ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อเติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AIS 5G ที่1ตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
Alrighty, folks, I hope you guys are doing well today. We're going to be getting into it now for the AE Conqueror Valorant League. I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got on the docket today. I am joined, of course, by the wonderful, the beautiful Ito. How's it going, man?
I'm doing all right. We have a bunch of sick games to look forward to, and the fourth one in particular is the one I'm really excited about. But do you want to do a little bit of a walkthrough? That way you don't spoil the surprise early.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and talk about some of the past matches and the standings for the tournament that we've had so far. We've had some good matchups and some very lackluster ones as well. The first match of yesterday, which was Myth, unfortunately falling to NXL 13-4. The second match was DXG versus Sharper, which went 13-8 to the way of DXG. Sharper and Shift, on the other hand, Sharper looking for redemption, wasn't able to claim it, unfortunately. Went tied 12-12 in the final match of that evening, which was SMG versus DS, went 13-8. As you can see, NXL currently at the top of the leaderboard because of their demanding lead over Myth, currently up to 3 points, as well as the first, the second, and the third seed so far. But, of course, today, that can all change. We've got teams making their debut match and other teams making a return to the tournament, getting ready to get things rolling and get this one underway.
See, it's a day off for Sharper Esport, but even though they're now 0-1 and as well have that draw from yesterday, Kosoi, he still got MVP regardless. So it looks like,
Man.
even though things weren't going all too great for them yesterday, they still have that little highlight that they can go and keep forward. Because day 3, I think, is when we're going to be seeing them again. And, they have a lot of matches to look forward to. Sharper was a team that I pointed out as, I think, having a lot of the skill in them. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, there's another team that, if you see on this scoreboard, or on this leaderboard, I should say, we actually haven't seen them at all. And that's Attack All Around. And that is a team that I know, Duque, you pointed out as probably being
Mm-hmm.
one of the favorites for this entire tournament.
Yes.
This is going to be their debut night, and they're going to be actually starting with a doubleheader as well, now that I think about it. What do you think about this?
Yeah, this doubleheader that they're going to be going into, which the first match will be against Shift, their second match, which is against DS. Hopefully they'll be able to prove themselves there. But I mean, only time can tell. I'm looking forward to seeing if they can put up the numbers against these two teams that have already played previously in this tournament.
I would have to imagine it is going to be a real test for them, considering, as you mentioned, they are one of the favorites for this entire tournament. But I think there's actually a lot of really sick matches later on that we can look forward to as well.
Oh, yes,
Myth versus
definitely.
DXG, and then SMG versus NXL. I think both of those are going to be intense. And quite honestly, I think this is going to be, looking at the schedule, one of the coolest days of the entire event so far.
It really will
not
be.
so far, but overall, even.
Yeah, that last match of SMG versus NXL is something I'm in particularly looking forward to, seeing how they both played in the previous day, the previous matches that they've had. They both look stellar. I can't wait to see these two teams go head to head. But we got to speak about the third match because, let's face it, this is Myth's chance at redemption that they desperately need. They need to be able to find this win against DXG to really cement themselves a place into this tournament, because right now they went 13-4. They did not have a good showing yesterday. Let's hope they're able to rebound off of that and put up good numbers against DXG, which they may have the chance to.
I'm hoping, they just need to shake off their nerves, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
They were the opening match of this
Oh, no
tournament from
kidding.
yesterday, and I believe they're also juggling another tournament alongside this. So they're definitely getting their work in. They're making sure to try to keep up the grind. But I definitely think, you're totally right in this regard. Sure, it's only 0-1 at the moment, but this is, at least on paper, going to be an incredibly tough match for them to overcome after yesterday's result. Bouncing back from a 13-4 loss is not going to be an easy feat, but I said it before, I'll say it again. I know that these teams really all have it in them. There's a reason that Myth were invited, and I think we all decided kind of unanimously yesterday that they are one of the front runners to win this as well, alongside, All Out Attack in particular.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Kind of an underdog. We weren't really expecting to take their first match by storm, which was, of course, NXL. That's something I honestly wouldn't have guessed, because I didn't have any data on them. I was like, this is an unknown team. I don't know what they're made of just yet. But then they come storming into this tournament, 13-4 Myth. And then they're coming into the second day with a heavy matchup, a heavy hitter team like SMG. They're just going to need to figure out how to prove themselves at this rate, which right here, they have the chance to at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that isn't gonna be the third match of the day. We have two before that we need to iron out first, and that's gonna be, again, Attack All Around versus Shift, and then later Dream Seller. And I want to talk about those matchups first, because again, this is the debut of Attack All Around, and they have some incredible results behind them. There is a reason why they are the front runners for this tournament. It's because they had first place in the AOC Masters tournament for Thailand. Same story with the Hunter Fury tournament as well. These are really recent results where they had some sick showings. I mean, really, I have high hope for. Should I just call them AAA? I'm just going to call them Attack All Around, rather.
Attack All Around? Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, AAA, I think, would get a little bit confusing. But, they have
AAA.
AAA. I like it. Well,
AAA.
the US, I guess, has a different connotation, huh? But
a little bit. But it'll be fine.
But yeah, it'll be all fine, because I'm going to make sure to really learn their name if they show up with a hot performance here. I have incredibly high expectations. I think that is kind of what I should be saying about Attack All Around. And against a team like Shift and DS, who, judging by their performance yesterday, aren't really the top of the line teams in this tournament. I think now's going to be a good time for them to maybe stack up 2 wins early, but curious about
Yes.
your thoughts. Do you think there's a chance for the other team to sidle in and make it a win for them?
I mean, it'll be an upset if either team wins, in my opinion. I do expect Attack All Around to just come into this by storm and start off with a superior showing compared to the other teams. Because with Shift and DS, they had good showings yesterday. They DS lost their match, and then Shift tied their match in the previous matchups against Sharper and SMG, respectively.
Yeah, so not the hottest showings for sure,
Yeah.
to mark their debut, but this is why it's going to be their time to debut. And plus, they're not going to have to wait for 2 matches to start before them, or 3 in the case of DS. They're getting it. They're the first teams on the docket for today. Come out swinging. I'm not sure if they've been scrimming or anything of the sort, but it really does kind of strike me a little bit confusing. I think Shift is going to be the real interesting matchup for Attack All Around, because we
Yeah.
actually saw them not quite pull off a comeback. They had a really dominant performance in their game yesterday against Sharper Esport, but then they kind of choked out and were unable to actually finish it and actually forcing that draw. I mean,
Yeah.
on paper, I still think Attack All Around are going to be the better team, but let's assume that Shift have managed to clean up their play, something like that. I don't know, maybe an upset potential? Who's to say?
Yeah, there is upset potential with both of these matches, and of course, upsets they're really fun to watch because they're always close matches. But
Well,
it should be interesting.
I mean, it's going to have to be interesting. Real quick, though, I think we have a couple of replays to toss through, though. So, hey, how about we go ahead and get our nice, lovely voices on top of a couple of replays. That way we can go ahead and see some of the highlights from yesterday. I forgot that we actually had those on the dock end. That's going to give me a little bit of refresher, a little bit more Valorant to take a gander at. Yeah, there we have them right over here. So, each team, at least coming up with beautiful highlight plays, jumps through the smoke from Nats. God, I forgot how much you loved this NXL game.
NXL was so much fun. Budmeister and co were just absolutely dominating in this performance. A nice little 3K for Budmeister. Oh my lord. Just looking so clean. Flipster here. This was probably my favorite play the whole evening. Just watching this unfold, taking out the ulting Jet, and almost able to back off there. Superfast did get the trade, but it was just over from that point on. Man, Noisy Boy as well. Everybody had some good presence into the server for their team and just knew how to show up when and where.
Wow. It's honestly crazy to me that Kuhn wasn't spotted out. Now looking at that replay, it feels like he should have been spotted, but he managed to teleport behind. Just crazy plays like this is what I'm hoping to see. It's honestly, Split in this region is so much fun to watch just because some of the crazy plays that at least these 2 teams right here. Like, look at this, the double satchel out. I went crazy about this one yesterday, and in ages like a fine wine. It only gets better the longer time goes by. I'm really looking forward to seeing Split again, assuming they can get raises on the board. I don't know. There's a lot to really look forward to for these coming games. It's just a matter of time. I think we're waiting for a couple more players ahead into the servers before we begin our first one. Again, it's going to be Attack All Around versus Shift. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping we can see some incredible plays like we did yesterday.
Yeah, honestly, only time can tell, and I'm sure we will get some of these plays. It's always so much fun to watch. This clutch right here was really unfortunate for her. Oh man, that was unfortunate to watch. Killer's here though, gonna be able to get 2. Nicely done. Oh man, the 3K. You love to see that sort of stuff, but man, great showings out of all these players.
Well, now that we've had a chance to look at the highlights from yesterday, let's go ahead and shift back to the present tense. We have a little bit of a team video to go ahead and show off the 2 teams that we are going to be, taking a gander at, I suppose. I don't know. I just want to see AAA in action.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
I
thought we actually had a matchup video right there.
Yeah, we're on the teams. Let's go. Oh, man.
Well, it's not going to be too long before we hit. Actually, wait, no, it's Agent Select right now. Going to be starting things out on Ascent. On attack all around, again, I have mentioned it many times at this point. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I do have high expectations for them. It seems that they're going to be bringing out the breach, and we saw a lot of awesome set plays yesterday from teams when they were playing Ascent. So what I think you can expect here is maybe when those knives come online from Wanna Fly, probably a breach stun out, and then going ahead and just doing a dash play. That's a play that you see relatively often. Also, an Omen flash behind it could also be effective. There's a lot of options, and I have to say, this setup from AAA already seems pretty great. At the same time, if they are a force to be reckoned with here. They have a pretty interesting top of their own, looking out the arena. Curious about your thoughts on the center.
I've honestly having the Sova can be a very, very nice tool to have. One thing you can speak about is that Shift is playing 2 Sentinels. They got Sniper, then they got Sova. So they're going to be playing both of those. They're trying to get all of the information they can while they're on the defense side and on the attack. And it's going to be interesting to see how they play it.
Well, both teams have a double Sentinel, actually. Sova is incredible on the set in general. Tons of amazing air lineups you get. This Fury is just critical, especially if you're on the defensive side. And look at this. They actually have a lot of emphasis on this Sova over to its B. We have a little bit of a pause for things out here, but I think that gives us a bit of time to talk about the setups. At least in the early stages, Shift only had one player towards B, so it just kind of goes to show that Sova can kind of act as an anchor in a lot of ways.
So I'm guessing this is a technical timeout or a tactical. Technical.
Yeah, if it's tactical.
Oh, because it's never too serious in an official. What are you talking about? This isn't some scrim. They're competing for money, man. You got to be serious all the time.
Man, they had literally hours before this match to talk about that. I don't know, man.
Man, they're just trying to make sure.
I'm pleased.
They're running through their strats right now. They're opening up the strat book. They're stretching their legs a little bit, making sure they're all good.
Gotta be doing something like that.
Reconnecting the router.
Reconnecting the router? Yeah, if they do that, I think they have some big issues they really need to iron out immediately. Yeah, it looks like a couple players are okay from attack all around, judging by how they're messing around in their spawn. Again, ooh, look at one. We don't really have much to analyze at the moment here, so
no, not at all.
We're doing improv at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah. Do you want to do you want to practice your stand-up routine? I mean, if you want to, just make sure it's much appropriate.
Ooh.
No.
Stand-up routine. Hardly of saying the word simp. So.
Oh, you said it.
No, don't worry. It becomes TOS next year, so I'm safe to say yes.
Oh, so we're safe to say that S word until then.
Yeah. Sorry, with kind of olive oil.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. What kind of olive oil do you like? Do you like
Olive
virgin
oil?
or extra virgin?
I honestly I prefer extra virgin.
Wow.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Well, I mean, it's great for cooking. Did you know actually olive oil ended a lot for cooking because it's very.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I need to learn something new every day.
I mean, okay, yes, wait. It's just delight to hear us have.
Oh yeah, this is the greatest commentary right now. I honestly would say something like coconut oil. Personally, I use coconut oil on the launch.
You fool. Yeah, coconut oil is disgusting. But it's actually good for grapeseed oil.
Really? That would give us an interesting flavor.
Grapeseed oil. Let's see what the smoke point of this sucker is. Smoke point. Oh, get this. 420 Fahrenheit. That is the epic number.
That is the epic number.
What's taking this attack right now?
I don't know either, man. Honestly, we can call for time.
Here, I'm gonna call it right now. The unpause is gonna happen in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
3,
Unfortunate.
2. Couple of seconds. It's gonna happen in a couple
It'll
of
happen
seconds.
eventually.
Everybody's moving on the attacking side. If it doesn't happen soon, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Honestly.
At this point, it's just kind of turning into our Valorant podcast. So
I mean,
know?
we could do that. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be too much of an issue to do a quick podcast right now.
yeah, sure. Well, what's your favorite agent to start things out here? Favorite one to watch? I
Favorite-
remember you said yesterday Raze, but
Raze is
maybe
just
things
so
have
much fun to
changed.
watch because of the satchel plays. Like, there's just so many unique things you can do with that. It's just, honestly, it's some of the hypest stuff. Jet as well when it comes down to it.
the unpause.
Oh, it happened.
Oh,
Oh,
you know,
we're
I
live.
don't care about your taste anymore. Heck, your opinions on Raze. We're not even seeing her this map, but I'm sure if we see Bind, Split, or maybe Haven, I don't know, maybe it's kind of a 50-50 on Haven, we'll probably see a little bit of Raze here or there. But it's time to get into this first match of the day. At last, it's going to be Attack All Around versus Shift to start us out. And right now, it seems that Attack All Around are going to be setting up for a little bit of mid presence. I'm actually seeing it over towards A. Double smokes down. Look at this. Shift is already trying to think about possibly rotating a player over. There's a deep drone out towards B. This is going to be so well read. Look, the defenders are already ready and the push hasn't even begun.
Oh, this is unfortunate if you're all around attack. Shift getting ready and prepped for this push, ready to stall it out for as long as they can. No, the push hasn't begun just yet. They're stalling it out, and it looks like they're going to rotate off and head back towards A. I don't blame them on this. They got to be careful because Jet and Sova are pushing through mid and pushing through A right now. So they could be caught out really quickly. Shift has the chance.
Oh, the
Ooh,
timing.
the timing.
Did
Oh,
Omen see him?
Christ. Oh, they might have. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. No,
Oh,
I
they
think he
did.
knows. They're have to
looking.
know. They're just going to sneak on past him. They don't care. But the
This is
rotate is coming
ridiculous.
out from Shift already.
Push
Oh,
right
dude.
on in.
Oh, the
Paranoia.
smokes and the flashes coming through are going to be really nicely done. First kill is going to be for the Sova. Bayo able to get one as well. The trade does come through. But it's being traded back and forth down to a 2 versus 3. All-around attack now left alone in a 1 versus 2. He's going to have to be rather careful. Jenny, last man standing, has to deal with 2. Bayo and Co playing a nice position.
Wow.
We'll be able to find him. But after they lose one of their players, that'll be the first round to Shift.
Interesting. That's mildly concerning, but I'm glad that they're able to close it out. Only one player at the end of it, though. Shift, I have to say, playing that very, very well towards the end. They managed to get it down into kind of this interesting crossfire scenario, so they're going to be covered no matter what. But Sentinel just had like the widest peak in the world and completely like bailed on the plan. Luckily, they were able to find that frag, but it almost got a little bit spooky. So, seems that things are going to be okay for Shift. However, Attack All Around are not going to be warded off by that single round loss. They have forced up stingers and everything, and looks like it's going to be a quick pop in over towards A. This time, they're not going to back out and try to bring it over towards B. They're going to be full sending it. A drone deep on in, and Sentinel has to give up the site here, Degade.
Ooh, this right here is unfortunate for the side of Shift. They're going to have to respond swiftly with a retake. The bomb's already going down, and Bayo finds the first kill onto Congrad.
Seems awfully awkward here, but the retake attempt is most definitely still going to be happening here.
Oh,
Cyber
nice.
Cage topped out, and a double through from Killer S is going to be wonderful. Shift!
Oh,
I understand that
Lord.
they're up against forced weapons, but they made that look so easy. It made it look like pistols.
Yeah, there
Brilliant second round from them, I have to say. Being able to run away with that, it's going to mean so much for their eco. Look at how much you're going to be able to keep heading into this first. Or this
Yeah,
third,
they can
excuse me.
continue to bonus as well. They don't really have too much of an issue going into this one. All-around attack all around is just going to be on the back foot. They're currently down by 2, and they need to figure out a way onto this map right now because Shift is performing their retakes well. They're defending the sites well. They're rotating quickly. They have this map down pat.
Well, really, it just seems like the information that they're getting at B has been wonderful just for these first 2. It's still early days, and I don't think this is going to be the round that completely changes my opinion on how Attack All Around are going to be able to perform, considering they're only up with pistols. But Shift have gotten off to basically the best start that they could ever hope for here. First gun round is going to be the real test, as always, however.
Yeah,
Jugade,
of course.
look at this. They're making a pop play over towards A. This is
Oh, they
kind
are
of nasty.
Oh, nicely done. First kill is going to come out from one Cuber, though. Wannafly is going to fall decently quickly. It looks like one Cuber is going to be looking for another. Going to get the opportunity. It takes out Pinocchio's. Brings it down to a 3 versus 5. Shift able to play aggressively in this situation. It's working out beautifully. There has been trades on damage back and forth, but it's not been enough to connect anything. One Cuber getting a third. Absolutely annihilating all these attack all-around players.
Revealing area.
It's beautiful so far. Flawless. Just kind of feels like it's expected at this point. It seems that there actually might be an opportunity for Ginny to get this spike down without any contention, which will be probably the only highlight so far. As one Cuber collects a quad kill. On for the ace. Ginny is going to try to throw a wrench spanner into the works here, but
Able to find
one
that
kill.
first.
It's only one, though. I mean, surely they get traded out here, right?
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
It comes in the form of a jumping
Killers,
shot.
Killer just jumps on his head like a Goomba and eliminates him. That's going to be a third round for the defending side of Shift. Shift showing their stuff. Absolutely looking phenomenal right now against attack all around. Rotating quickly, playing it very decisively, not losing all too many players while at it. It's just been a dominant performance for these 3 rounds. But this fourth will be the one that can show attack all around. They'll be able to buy up into this one. And there is a chance that this could get turned on its head rather quickly.
Seems like it. Bio, excuse me, is going to be bringing out the operator. What I want to see them do is, again, that set piece over towards B that they've been pulling out here. They don't actually want to commit the drone early on, so they are shifting their setup here. Bio, with that operator, we're actually getting punished, and that is a beautiful start. If you're a fan of attack all around, this is basically priority number 1, being able to find that first pick. One Cuber looking to trade things out here will successfully do their job as he snuck into wine early round, and finally it will pay dividends. Vandal picked up, and right now they're banking on Akashi being able to hold the line, but that is going to be a task too tall. Falling back to site, attack all around, down a number, as Shift Advantage just somehow claw away with one more. And Jugade, I think you're completely right here when things might flip on their head. Nothing is certain at this point.
Lord. Nothing's working out nicely for Shift in this situation. One Cuber is left alone. He's in a 1 versus 2. There's an Omen he has to deal with. This is going to be rather risky. He's going to be able to find that bot, eliminate the turret, but I don't think he's going to be able to go for this. They're playing the utility well.
Nah, he uses ult.
It's going to be dicey. He's going to be looking for it. That's going to catch him out, and that's going to shut him down. Getting very close to losing it, but he finds the kill onto Jenny. Now in a 1 versus 1. There's a chance, but Congrad going to be able to get a nice little 4K for his name, and that'll be the first round for attack all around.
Not really a fan of how that one ended, though. One Cuber had that eye to use for the entire time. Just seems completely negligent on actually pulling it through, but you know, that utility usage is going to come back and bite them eventually, I'm pretty certain. Shift. They do drop around, yes, but their money still seems to be in a pretty decent place. Attack all around. They took heavy casualties. They're going to have to reinvest fully. Jugade, this is not out of the realm of safety, I suppose you can say, for Shift just yet. Or for attack all around, rather. This is not a guaranteed round by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it really isn't, especially with one Cuber finding that first kill on Wannafly to give the man advantage directly to the defending side of Shift. Looking for the second, go be able to find it onto Pinocchio's.
Insane.
That's going to bring it down to a 3 versus 5. This isn't the situation you really want to be in at all if you're attacked all around. I'll need to play this a little bit more safely. One thing to note right now is they're incredibly spread out. So they do have a man on the ace site. Atex, he's going to be able to find one, takes out one Cuber, one of the top fraggers for the side of Shift. He's going to need to find this second one rather quickly, though. Going to be finding out the location. And Killer S going to be able to find one to Congrad. Brings it down to a 2 versus 4. Things are falling apart for the side of attack all around, but Ginny able to salvage it. He's going to be able to find a frag and a trade. Bayo, though, operator, eliminates the Soba threats, and now it's Omen. Ginny, last man standing in a 1 versus 3. He's carrying the hopes and dreams of attack all around. It's not going to work out.
Well, last woman standing, I suppose you can say.
Oh, true. My bad.
Nah, but a really sick attempt so far, I have to say. Respectable for sure. Attack all around, just losing some of those early fights made it a bit difficult for them. But I think the real big killer for them is that their Omen got spotted. Ginny actually luckily was able to make it out from that first duel, but the bomb was spotted at mid. The spike, excuse me, was spotted at mid and just wasn't able to rotate anywhere safely. It's just a really unfortunate set of circumstances. Attack all around. At least in that case, we're close to being able to pull things out here. Ace Tix had a wonderful position, but now they need to bank on a full rush on A to actually make this one successful to Gade, and they're going to be up against the world here. A paranoia will completely and utterly destroy them, not to mention one Cuber who's holding down the line.
Yeah, one Cuber's looks great so far. Bayo's going to be able to find the first. He's going now one Cuber's going to need to come up big as well. Killer Ass able to find one. Pinocchio finds the trade, but things are starting to deteriorate. Bayo is able to secure himself a 3K, leaving the breach all alone in a 1 versus 3. He's going to be able to survive for the time being, but he's being hunted and chased down. No one wants to let him get away. He's now stuck in this 1 versus 3 scenario. Bomb not planted. And it's just going to be kind of dicey for him. He's looking to go towards A still. He's got to be careful. Bayo with the operator is hanging out over there. He'll be able to find it. That's a 4K for the operator player of Bayo.
Sick hold all around. Again, AAA, they really tried to make it a burst onto A, but they couldn't actually get past the choke.
No.
That wasn't even a case of them looking close or competitive in that round. You know, I understand what they're dealing with. The artillery was not in their favor, but it didn't even seem like they gave themselves a fair shake. Another full investment through. As you see on the scoreboard, there are rifles all around, attack all around. And hopefully, these attackers can actually make a notable indent over towards B, because they're once again trying to quicken the pace. A jet already through is going to get tagged by Akashi, excuse me, and wow, this counterplay is insane. Shift have not given up anything, and in fact, they're the ones tagging here. Rebound in the quick die. We're just playing counting the shift at this point here.
I got the spike.
I think he hit 5 quicker. Spike planted, and you gained. Won't hit anybody's down, but it seems impossible for them to be able to one.
One Cuber's going to be tagged down. Sentinel's going to be able to find the trade, and nicely done there, 3K, but he wasn't able to convert it all the way. That's going to be a 6 for Shift. Right now, absolute dominance, not really giving attack all around a way into this. This has been rough, to say the least.
I was hoping to see this sort of play from Shift, but what we see them really struggle in is the latter parts of this game. They had a very similar performance when they played up against, I believe it was Sharper Esports yesterday, and you know how that ended in the tie. So it's a promising start for sure, but attack all around, there's a reason they got invited. This is far, far from a done deal. I still think you have something to be really scared of. Probably not in this round here. The 7-1 seems likely, very favorable at this point.
It really does.
Yeah, because look what they're working with here. It's
Yeah, they're looking to head towards this A site. The spike is in position for it, but they're also sending these players through mid, which could be the right play into this. They're diverting a lot of attention to both sides of A right now. Ooh, I don't think
Dude, there's a guy out B already. This is over.
Oh, they've been cornered off the map. This right here is unfortunate. Yeah, Bayo's going to be the one to find the inaugural kill of this round. On to Jenny. Sentinel's going to find one as well, and a 3K for Sentinel. Nicely done, leaving Conqueror all alone. Not going to be able to find anything. One Cuber will shut him down, and that's a 7th for Shift.
This is starting to get pretty scary at this point. I think that right now, attack all around are too early trying to set up for an execute. I think they need to start playing their default, punishing the aggression that's coming out of B main every single round. I'm just keeping my eyes glued on the radar right now. I'm not going to lie to you, Gade. And every single time I'm seeing Shift either toss out a drone, just straight up walk out of B, or just get a little bit more enticing, try to take the ult orb. Attack all around. they're once again trying to set up for a deep and execute right off the bat, but they're completely neglecting their map control. This is going to be really bad for them in the latter stages in case they have to cancel and go somewhere else.
This right here could be interesting. Bayo's going to find the first. Has the opportunity to find another one as well with his operator. Going to be blinded out and taken out by Aesthetics. Brings it down to a 4 versus 4. This is the best situation we've seen attack all around in. Most of this game, they need to find this round desperately, and desperately they will. Finds another kill, doubling it up, and Pinocchio finds one as well. Brings it down to a 2 versus 4. Attack all around, looking to put a second round onto the board and shift. I don't know if they want to try and retake it.
At this point, almost surely not. It's a 1-on-4. One Cuber has learned his lesson from the last time he was in this sort of scenario. Being caught on rotator duty. That's how AAA got their first, and apparently it's going to be how they get their second, denying one Cuber of any opportunity to get in here. Full utility set, so one Cuber still will have that ultimate use. Kill at the end of it.
Yeah.
7-2. Gotta say, attack all around, that was a much, much better execute than I think I've been giving them credit for. And it once again kind of goes to show that I know that these teams have the skill, but I still think what I said rings true. They need to try to work with that map control, kind of get off to a default start. That way, Shifts will have a lot more of a tough time actually being able to pull off their flanks.
Right now, things just haven't been working out for attack all around, but they seem to be having a resurgence, looking to hit this A site once again. Gotta be careful. The 2 players that are on this A site are playing rather aggressively, and they're gonna see that, and they're gonna start to make their push.
Do they bring a rotate over though? That's what I'm thinking right now from Shift. As soon as they see that smoke, you can imagine Bio is probably going to be running knives out to go and help, or perhaps that Omen as well. Here comes This is exactly what they need.
Yeah, right now it looks like they're going to be able to go into the site successfully and get the plant. Yes, they are. Jenny grabbing that. Now one Cuber and Conqueror are going to have to respond. Oh, nicely done. One Cuber looking as clean as always. Going to find that kill. But the retake has to be underway for the defending side of Shift at this point. Mayo finding one with the operator. Oh, the trades are coming out. Pinocchio's just one. Wonderfly going to be able to find one as well, but Itachi going to be able to get it. Killer S with one as well. And one Cuber finds the last. Shift claiming an 8th round to their name.
Scary stuff indeed. And it's kind of a problem sometimes when you're throwing things out 5v5. You know, again, try to get any early advantage that you can. I really have to respect, though, what they're trying to go for there. Tackle around that breachel into trying to retake heaven, or trying to take heaven control, not retake it. That was such a cool set play. Just didn't seem to pan out in the long term because that's where literally every single member of Shift were. So, you know, it's a little things like that, just not being able to win your fights in that sort of instance, but on the right track. Attack all around. They're down, but most definitely not out. An 8-4 half. Sure, it's not great, but that would be something wonderful for them to work with. It seems that they are going for a little bit more of a default approach to the round, though. And one Cuber, yeah, this aggression is there, but he's going to be smoked out. And he's going to concede that. This, again, great. I like what Attack all around are doing, but I'm liking what Akashi's doing better. Nice little shock dart lineup finds the first kill, and one Cuber actually does come in one stage. He gets
Nicely done. Wonderful able to find one, but Killer S is there to respond and find the refrag. Brings it down to a 2 versus 4. Attack all around. Going to be on the back foot, but they still aren't out of it just yet. They have their hands on the spike. They can make their way towards A. There's no one directly on it just yet, but they got to be careful. They do have to deal with one of the players from Chef now.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, there it is. One Cuber. Now Conqueror alone. 1 versus 4. Being closed upon. And I think it's just too late for him to get the fight plan at this point. Yeah, Akashi. Oh, nicely done. Able to find the one tap, but Akashi will find the trade. That's a 9th for Shift. Absolutely dominating over the attack all around side. Things just have not been going well for their attacking side, but let's hope they can turn things around on their defense.
Well, we kind of have to bank on that at this point. Attack all around. Their money reserves have completely dried up, and they are basically forcing everything they can, but it comes in the form of a stinger. I think we saw a bulldog in the mix. It's not a pretty buy whatsoever, but anything to avoid a 10-2 would be incredible. Attack all around have shown a little bit of resilience, but for the most part, they have gone from this game. This is the sort of thing that does not work. They're trying to force it into you. Already literally everybody from ship. Like, it's so easy for them to kind of just rotate around and find free frags. Attack
right.
all around. What's that?
God, that was rough. That was incredibly rough to watch for Attack All Around. They kind of just fed there. Kind of just went through one by one through the choke point and were just eliminated. And that's just not going to work. Pushing through the smoke, pushing through that choke point, and coming out one by one is just a recipe for disaster.
Well, things need to change in the second half,
kidding.
don't they? It's pretty much the only thing that I can think of. That's the positive headline that I can come up with for Attack All Around. Maybe they have one fire defensive side rather that we haven't seen yet. This will be their first chance to really surprise me. It comes on the form of a pistol to keep their dreams alive in this game. We'll be setting up for a BX right off the bat. Very similar situation. Shift.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead and deal with last time, and there you have it. First kill found for A-Stick. And hey, you can drop to a pretty good start here after stage game.
Yeah, but Killer's not here. He's not going to be able to find anything. And Attack All Around are just going to absolutely dominate on their pistol round, only dropping one player and gaining that third round that was really needed here in this pistol of the second half.
Well, that was a straight up losing gunfights. I don't think anything more to say about that. I have to say though, Shift, really impressing so far. Impressing me so far, rather. This is a team that qualified after winning Group C in the qualifiers, so
Yep.
new kids on the block, I suppose you can say. They've been
New
really,
kids on
really,
the block.
They've been pleasant to watch so far, but don't you say this is kind of where they struggle? Remember, this was a similar situation that Shift were in just yesterday.
Yeah, they did struggle in this situation yesterday, but right now it looks like they're trying to get onto this A site, and things aren't working out like they hoped. Jenny able to get one. The trade does come through on the Congrad. That won't be enough, though. The trade comes through. The refrag is good, and Pinocchio's good for one as well, leaving Killer S alone in the server. I don't know why you jumped there. In a 1 versus 3, and Jenny will find the frag. That'll be a 11th round. For team. Oh, actually, a 4th round. My bad. I was very confused.
Don't worry. Owen behind, right?
Yep. Owen behind.
No, but I was gonna say that is such a sick round for Attack All Around to get. They forced up. That was the exact the exact thing that Attack All Around tried to do in their second round last time, and it completely and utterly failed. It was part of the reason why the score is so bad. But they pulled it off successfully. And hey, I'm really hoping Shift have a way to deal with this, because this is a very concerning start for them.
Yeah, it really is. Attack All Around looking to put up a staunch defense against Team Shift. And right now, it is working out flawlessly. They need to make sure they're able to convert this one as well right now, because they're only 2 away from match points. And Killer S starting things out on the right foot for Team Shift. Finding that frag with the Sheriff will really put them up a notch. Bayo and Co need to find one as well. Oh, that was beautifully done. Sheriff bringing out nicely. Ace attacks, able to find the refrag though on the Bayo, brings it back down to a 4 versus 3, still in their favor. But one Cuber is in a very optimal position in the back line.
What the hell is this?
Oh, this is going to be so nice. He's going to be able to find this one on the B and call out the position as well. Oh, no, he's just right in this corner, but one Cuber's going to aggress upon him, and Sentinel will find the frag. That brings it down to a 4 versus 2. Attack All Around are on the back foot, and they got to be careful. This is 2 away from match point. This isn't looking pretty.
Not pretty indeed. I'm pretty sure Attack All Around just don't even bother at this point. Yeah, you see Conqueror's this AFK. Gonna be talking, conspiring with his team. If we could take a quick glance at the scoreboard to see what they have now, what the spoils of war are. after causing this much decimation. They started with sheriffs. Thank you, by the way, Observer. They started with sheriffs, and look what they actually made this into. It actually seems like Attack All Around have an AFK player, or a disconnected player, I should say, excuse me. I just saw that on the scoreboard as well. So the technical issues have once again plagued the server.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, we're definitely on a tech pause after that. That's going to be an 11th round for Shift. And now Shift are 1 away from match point. This is looking to be over quickly.
Seems like it. Not the debut that Attack All Around we're looking for, but they can bounce back. They have another game that they can go ahead and try to come back into form. It'll be against Dream Seller, which is a team that we saw with I would say, abysmal performance. They just had a really rough time against SMG. I think almost any team would against SMG. So I want to see Dream Seller try to rebound here. They're another one of these qualified teams. So I don't know. I'm ready to be surprised. That is going to be the all-tie matchup as well, which is going to be interesting as well. So I mean, hey, lots to look forward to, even if this one doesn't go the way of Attack All Around. If you're a fan, there's still plenty to stick out for. However, I'm starting to become a little bit of a fan of Shift, how they've handled this game. I understand that there was maybe an asterisk kind of appended to that round win that they just had, considering there was a player who was AFK, but they're right back in action. Do you think AAA make the comeback?
AAA, it's going to be extremely rough if they do. They're just down so many rounds. 4-11, Shift are 1 away from match points, 2 away from ending the game, and they are taking it in stride. The buy is superior over on the side of Shift as well. Just a little bit, but it is superior.
On paper, definitely. Well, no. They have 2 Spectres. That is a
Oh,
little
that's
bit
true.
spooky.
It
I
would
don't
be
know.
spooky.
It's about even. I think you're right. It depends on the positions that they're going to be playing, though, I suppose, right?
It
I
really
think the
does.
Jet
If they,
goes into the cubby.
if they get up close and personal, that's where they're really going to shine. Oh, Bayo. This is such a nice position. He's already got himself right there in that cubby. He should be able to catch people out from there as well. Oh, getting out so far, and things aren't working out. Sentinel going to be eliminated. Congrats, good for him. But Bayo, like I said, good positioning. We'll find the trade. Site is being secured. The bomb plant is trying to go down, but it keeps being denied.
Oh my god. But Jenny holds all the power here. Look at this angle.
Oh, beautifully done. Should be able to find a frag. He does. Jenny does. And one keeper finds the refrag. Killer Axe good for 1 as well. It's down to a 1 versus 3 for Attack All Around. The Omen player, Jenny, last man standing, has to find 3. 2 or low. It's a doable round. Jenny is just going to really need to show their stuff immediately. Killer Axe not going to allow it, though.
Well, it ends with a bang. I would say a whimper in that case. Attack All Around, they gave themselves a good shot towards the end of it. I like that flank that Jenny was trying to pull off. It seems like none of the individual fights were won on the initial take, and Shift were able to come out superior just based off of their fight expertise alone. And that is a little bit crazy to me, considering they had Spectres on a majority of their players. Up against rifles, you would have to gamble that Attack All Around will be able to take that, but I mean, hey, things don't always work out like they do on paper. Aggressive play through, there's a paranoia and dash play over at A main. That's insane information found. How did they change the lineup off of it? Nice knives.
That was a nice kill, but Killer F is there to respond. Brings it back down to a 4 versus 4. Shift, neither side is really on the front foot going into this one. Attack All Around have the opportunity to win this, but they're going to need to play it perfectly if they want to take it.
Well, they have the right approach, I think. They're trying to play for information at the moment. There's Silva who's looking to get a little bit adventurous towards B main. Once he finds
Jenny.
this information,
Jenny.
the action actually becomes a little bit more. Neural threat is going to be used now. They have a ton of information, and now they have goals behind them. Everything is going their way. This is looking to be a 13-4 at this rate.
Yeah, Pinocchio's last man standing in a 1 versus 3. Not a great situation. These players are low, though. There's only one player and that is the Jet that actually has a decent amount of HP.
30 seconds
And
left.
right now, it's actually no, they're all extremely
Yeah,
low.
they're all low, man.
It looked like it was just white. I'm going to be completely honest. This Jet's just that low. Pinocchio's could do this, but he's not going to check this corner. Oh, there it is. Nicely done. He's going to be able to find that, pick himself up a Vandal. Ult on out. He needs to go quickly, though. Timer's ticking down. 1 versus 2. Just a single tag on any of these players will do it. There's the first. Bayo is eliminated. The Sentinel is going to find it with 5 HP remaining, and the 13th round is achieved for Team Shift. Absolutely dominating against Attack All Around.
Just all the players practically on life support. I'm surprised
seriously.
that luckily they make it through. It's an insane amount of damage. I think Attack All Around, again, that was not a really great showing for them. I think their attacking side was just so dismal. It made it incredibly difficult for them to actually realistically pull off a comeback. But that was their first game of the day. They still have another one against Dreamseller. And that defense, I actually think they had a lot of really cool things that they're trying to pull off there. Playing for information. Attack All Around still have it in them, but they don't look like a winning team. They don't look like the team that is going to be able to take the AE League, you know?
Yeah, right now, that was a very lackluster performance to start things off, but they do have the chance for a rebound. If they can rebound against Dreamsellers, things will start looking up for them further. They just need to make sure they win this next game that is starting in 30 minutes.
Yeah, but I believe before then, we're just going to be taking a little bit of a break. We'll see you in about 30 minutes. And again, it's going to be for the second match of the night. Attack All Around versus Dreamseller. You don't want to miss it. And we'll see you then, I suppose.
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อเติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AS 5G ที่1ตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ศรีนครินทร์วิโรจน์ University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Ongkarak Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Ta, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development concurrent with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world,ศรีนครินทร์วิโรจน์ University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. ศรีนครินทร์วิโรจน์ University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year philosophy, education is growth,ศรีนครินทร์วิโรจน์ University is an engagement university.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อเติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AAS 5G ที่หนึ่งตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทย อัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์ อัปเกรดความบันเทิง ปรับสปีดได้ตามใจ อัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
Sri Nakarin Virod University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Conqueror Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Ta, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development concurrent with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world, Sri Nakarin Virod University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. Sri Nakarin Virod University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year philosophy, education is growth, Sri Nakarin Virod University is an engagement university.
Thank you.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อ เติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AIS 5G ที่ 1 ตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
Sri Nakarin Virod University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Conqueror Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Ta, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development concurrent with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world, Srinakharin Virod University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. Srinakharin Virod University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year philosophy, education is growth, Srinakharin Virod University is an engagement university.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อ เติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AIS 5G ที่ 1 ตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัป เกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
Sri Nakarin Virod University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Onkarak Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Ta, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development, concurring with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world, Sri Nakarin Virod University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. Sri Nakarin Virod University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year philosophy, education is growth, Sri Nakarin Virod University is an engagement university.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทย
Alrighty, folks. Hope you guys are doing well. We are getting back into the action in just a moment. Attack All Around versus Dream Sellers is our next matchup. But of course, I'm joined by the beautiful Ito. How you doing, Ito?
Wow. I wouldn't say I'm beautiful. I just say I'm the
Oh,
best looking person in the entire
don't sell
world.
yourself short. Don't
What?
sell yourself
Bro, you
short.
didn't even hear that second thing. Okay, you know what? Look,
Mm.
we'll go ahead and toss that under. I am the most beautiful person in the world. I can go ahead and take that title.
Exactly. There we go.
But despite putting me aside here, we have another interesting game to look forward to. Attack All Around versus Dream Seller, as you mentioned. And we just saw Attack All Around kind of really fumble around in that last game. It was actually kind of really strange to watch at some points. This is a team that got invited and are the favorites for the entire tournament, yet they showed off basically nothing that we would expect out of them here. So heading into this next game, I don't quite know the map yet, and I'm not sure if it's actually been decided, but what are you hoping to see here? Ascent is the only thing that we have seen so far today, and also for most of yesterday. So more Ascent, maybe?
No, I don't want to see Ascent. Let's not see Ascent, please. Attack All Around has already shown that, hey, we gotta poop the bed there in their first matchup in that first map on Ascent. I don't want to see Ascent again. I'll be completely honest. Any other map, please. Come on, let's change things up. But of course, they're going against Dream Sellers, who yesterday lost their match to SMG. So keep that in mind. They lost their match on Ascent as well. So I doubt we're going to see Ascent. I don't think either of these teams are going to be feeling all too confident on Ascent due to their past performances in this tournament on Ascent, both dropping the map initially in their first matchup. So I don't think we're going to see that. I'm hoping to see Haven. I'm hoping to see Bind. I want to see something a little bit different. I'm hoping Attack All Around can do a bit better on their offense. Their last map with their offense, they just couldn't get onto a site. There were points where they're getting mowed down into choke points. There was something that needed to change, and they just weren't able to change it quick enough.
I mean, the big thing for me is that, they're trying to push, but they were telegraphing everything that they're doing within the first 10 or 20 seconds of a round. They never, it felt like once even went for a full-on default. There's a couple of times where they full sent it, 5 players to a site, and they did manage to win a couple. But for the most part, they would completely give up, for instance, B on Ascent, and then there would be a Sova or an Omen that would just walk out uncontested. And that's the sort of thing that you cannot just allow to happen every single time. It just, definition of insanity, right?
It really was.
Line, but exactly. It was just that for the most part. I'm hoping I think Split would kind of be good for Attack All Around, because I don't think their attack side is exactly where they shine, assuming they play like that in this next game. I think Split would be really fun to watch, but I don't know. We haven't seen Bind yet. Do you want to see Bind, maybe?
Bind would be an interesting map.
This is true. It would indeed be an interesting map.
I don't really got much to say on it because I just don't have the data at hand right now, unfortunately, for Dream Sellers. I
mean, I suppose since we don't really have much to say about Dream Sellers, we can talk about how Attack All Around have been doing. Again, they have some incredible results. They have a lot going for them here. First place in the AOC Masters Tournament for Thailand. First in the AIS Esports Thailand Open Championship. For the Hunter Fury Championship. The Africa Asia Invitational for Winter. I mean, this is a team that makes a ton of money for their prize winnings here. They have the results. But we didn't see any of that on Ascent. And
no.
Do you think that's just kind of nerves?
They might have been nervous, but they've really got to figure out what they need to do to cool those down. If their coach needs to talk to them, someone needs to coax them through it. Because if they're going to be nervous throughout the entire matchup, it's just not going to work in their favor. Of course, they're going against Dream Sellers, who did lose their last map. So there is, if we're taking into account these two maps that we've seen previously for both these teams, we can say it's going to be a little bit more of an even matchup than what we saw previously against Shift, who yesterday tied their game against Sharper.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, Shift got off to a really sick start versus them as well, but we saw how that ended. So that's something that I always want to bring up as well, is that Shift are actually looking phenomenal so far. I want to go ahead and get your prediction for who's going to win this before we actually get into the individuals, because two things I want to cover here is who do you think is going to win the matchup first, and who are the players that you want to pay attention to? Because now we're getting into the territory we've seen both of these teams actually not play each other, but play in general. So we have a kind of an idea of who to look out for. So first off, what's your prediction? Who's going to take this one?
First off, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say they're the underdog into this matchup, just seeing how they played last time because it didn't look all too organized. I want to say Attack All Around is going to have us a better showing than they did in the last map. I have a feeling they're going to be able to rebound and hopefully have much more organized execute. So they might be a more defensive sided team because on the defense they started really showing their stuff. They started looking good right there in the beginning. They had some very clean and solid rounds. But I have a feeling they can go through, change up their attack style, and it might work out even better than what we're anticipating. So I'm going to go ahead and say Attack All Around is the team I'm going to be looking out for.
Yeah, I would have to agree as well. Hopefully that was just a little bit of a one-off, but you know, I am going to have to take the exact same place as you. I don't think I can go ahead and try to fight up against that prediction. But let's talk about on an individual basis. Who are the players that you're going to be looking out for? Because no one from Dreamseller really stood out to me other than maybe Mighty. But you know, I don't know. Who are you looking out for?
Personally, I would be looking out for Jenny. She had a great showing in that last map. She had some really good plays that were setting the tone for her team, and she was honestly the brightest star within that group, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think pretty much undeniable. There's a couple of rounds where they would have some really sick flanks. I think A6 as well. A couple of instances where it felt like they were able to do a little bit of damage while on that Sova, kind of anchoring it down, you know, fighting up against the world. I think we're still waiting for when this match is going to be stirring here. Shouldn't be all too long before we get into it. But, you know, player to watch, I think Jenny is pretty much undeniable.
Definitely.
She seems to have been phenomenal in light of what was a pretty rough loss. But hey, let's go ahead and take a quick overview of the teams before we head right into the game. Possibly.
Maybe. One day?
One day? So how's your day been?
It's been okay. Well, I woke up at 5, then start casting at 3, so you know. Oh, there. That's the second O. Oh, no, at Q, sorry. Oh, here we are. We're getting to it now.
Quick little agent select through, but yes, the game has officially started here. Dreamseller will be on our defensive side to begin, and Attack All Around will once again have their attempt at the attacking side. However, we saw from Attack All Around how they fared last time. I think Haven is going to suit them a lot better when it comes to their personal style, but hey, it's Haven. Exactly what you wanted to see, Digade.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, this was the map that I'm hoping for, the 3-point map, and we have got Attack All Around on that attacking side. Hopefully, they'll be able to attack all around this map and not have the issues they did in the last map, but only time can tell. Pistol round will get underway, and we are a go.
Mid. Look at this. They're sending 2 people down mid immediately, Dreamseller. They're going to try to now anchor under window, and I think this is such a sick start because look at how they shift their setup as a result.
Oh, Diver.
Sending a bias of their players over towards A, and Diver, exactly as you mentioned, has such a huge position here, Dugade.
Yeah, not able to find anything just yet. It's being played out rather slowly, and he's going to be backing off all the way. And right now, these players are kind of spread out, but it looks like they're getting in position for a one towards short. 4 towards long, and 2 players are on the defense for Dreamsellers. Pinocchio's going to need to find this one, but Alice Pond going to respond back with some shots. Nothing to be called out just yet. But slowly but surely, Alice Pond looking good, finds the first. The trade does come through. They're so much trading each other, and it's now down to this 4 versus 4 retake. The spike is planted, and attack all around are attacking the site.
Dreamseller have some pretty phenomenal positions. 3 players ready to come through. CT spawn, they have that paranoia, which could be used maybe to isolate one pick. But keep in mind, there's a player coming up too long who could be in a wonderful position. Given enough time and space. There it is. That's right. Lady finds the first, and although we're sitting on a dead body, there will be plenty of more dead bodies where that came from. Attack all around. They hold things down and take the first round.
Yeah, their attack right there in the pistol round was a much-needed, refreshing look at them. We were comparing it to the last series. That's the sort of thing we want to see from them coming into this map.
Well, it's only a nice start, after all. I'm expecting a pretty minimal investment here from Dreamseller. If they get anything more, I don't even think Alec Pond should be investing in the sheriff, to be completely real. So that might hurt them in the coming round. Right now, though, Dreamseller just kind of offering themselves up as they look for information, but that's kind of the worry of when you do it. Backing down. Keep in mind, there is that breach who is located down towards C Long, so he could potentially be a point of where I'm looking for here, contention, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, 9-10. We've seen 9-10 play really well before. He's someone to look out for, in my opinion, on the Dreamseller side. But right now, things looking to head back towards A once again. Players towards short, players towards long. Aesthetics going ahead. Aesthetics. Aesthetics? Aesthetics.
I said Aesthetics.
Aesthetics? Yeah, Aesthetics. Oh, sorry. I'm just an idiot.
Oh, dude, no.
Alice Pond looking for it. Gonna get a tag, but nothing else. 9-10 to be rotating around, but the keys are already on the site. No trades have been found just yet for Dreamsellers, and right now it's not looking like they'll be able to find them. This is looking to be a quick round by the side of all-around attack. Not wanting to surrender so much as a player to Dreamsellers. Manatee, though, playing up close. He's going to be looking for an exit. He'll have the possibility for one as well.
Yeah, not that surprising, however. Almost the most that you can expect from a round like this. A situation where you only have classics to call you. A flawless round, indeed it will be, and a couple of nice shots hit. Attack all around. They take their second and move on to a very, very wonderful scoreline for themselves. And I say it is wonderful, but actually looking back at the long term of things, the big picture, if you would, they don't have a ton, to contend in this round here. Dreamseller, they're going to have a pretty sick artillery, and 4 Spectres across the mark for AAA is not going to exactly be the best luck. Really trying to think about what they can pull off here. I'm thinking a full send, maybe through Garage would be their best bet.
Yeah, honestly, they've got those SMGs. If they can get up close and personal, they're going to be able to start things out right. One of Fly finds the first, but Fluke is there with the Vandal. Tapping away up the head and making it work. Able to find 2, but Ace Tech's able to find the trade. Congrad good for 1 as well. Brings it down to a 3 versus 2. AAA does have the man advantage, and they're going to be heading onto the C site as quickly as they can. The spike will be able to go down. Manatee and Co will have to respond with a retake. 2 versus 3. Not the most optimal position to be in, but it is a position.
Not the end of the line yet. Mighty trying to avoid being tugged by this drone. It's going to be of utmost importance that he stays alive. He does have that cyber cage available. Otherwise, no utility at all for the retake defensive side, Alcon trying to flip the line. Bump right into the crosshairs of A-Sticks. And there you have it. 3-0. Of course, AAA. This is the kind of form that we're expecting to see out of them. This is the high expectations that we set. And my God, they are passing all the hurdles right now.
Yeah, right now they look like a totally different team than we saw in that last game against who did they play? I can't shoot. Short-term memory problems apparently against Shift. 13-4 scoreline is not reflective of onto this game at all for AAA. Absolutely dominating the scene so far for Dreamsellers. And honestly, they can just keep going upon it. They have the upgraded weaponry, and Dreamsellers are back on a buy that isn't the best. They have some sheriffs, and that's about it.
Yeah, but 2 of them got sheriffs, and the other 3 are fully saving. They kind of like half invested into this idea of not buying anything, and it was just this is weird. Not 100% sure if I like this idea whatsoever, but Dreamseller seem to have a correct read on the scenario. We'll be having a majority of their players stacked up as AAA look to actually make their exit or their entry on in. One player in that breach, then who's just going to be kind of nowhere to be found as the action actually begins over towards the site. And hey, gotta say, it's actually not too bad. Dreamseller are able to find a couple of kills today.
Yeah, they've traded it back and forth down to a 2 versus 3. The man advantage is for AAA. Yep, and Alice Pond in the breach are the last men standing. 9-10 looking for the kill. Won't be able to find anything just yet. Gets flashed off. Gonna be trying to find it. Might be able to do it, but no, he's not. Pinocchio's is good for the frag. Leaving the Sova alone. Alec Pond all alone. Sheriff in hand. Trying to find some tags, trying to find Slim, but Jenny, she will find the LM. That'll be a 14th round for the side of attack all around.
Again, not too unsurprising of a result, but I have to say, the fact that they managed to convert that very cleanly back into their favor is something very important. It was something that AAA really struggled with in their last match again against Shift. But this is where things get a little bit more serious. We're going to see the second full investment in from Dreamsellers, and I'm really curious to see how they, well, no pun intended, shift their setup here. Because, really, I don't think aggression is going to be the name of the game for them. That breach was over towards C last time around, and this time towards A, look at this volt orb here. So I think they're going to try to retake, maybe try to play around. I'm looking at Rolling Thunder, but that's not online. What is the idea that they're going for here?
They're just planning to play a retake at this point. Alex Pond and co getting ready to go onto the site. They do have the weaponry to do it, but they're in a 5v5 situation. Full teams are still alive. HPs are still online as well for both sides. Nothing's been traded back and forth. This ultimate can do quite a bit of work, though. Getting some damage off, but no frag found. Congrats finds the first one to boot to start things off. One of flies good one saw one trade, but Pinocchio's and Congrad finish it up and clean it up. A 3K for Congrad. That is a 5th for attack all around.
Attack all around. We're looking real good at this point. Dreamseller, again, they gave that a pretty noble attack. They backed off, played that smart, but the sheer amount of ultimates that they're up against, and not only were they regular old ultimates, but they're incredibly powerful ones too. Because theoretically, let's say they actually did push into the site. They still had to worry about a lockdown, and then there's also theoretically the potential of a blade storm that they're up against. Now they're going to be back onto a poverty buy. Things are not getting better as time goes by. Complete opposite.
Oh my
AAA
God.
looking to make this one a quickie. And quite honestly, they're already about halfway there. Looking to get the spike down, and Dugade, looks like we're about to set the record for quickest round at this point.
Yeah, we're in a 3 versus 5 already. Spike is down, and I don't know if the retake here is possible. The weaponry just isn't there. 9-10 able to find one consolation frag to bring it down to a 3 versus 4, but he's going to have to do way more than that if he has any dream of attempting a retake. Alec Pond, good for one on the other side of the sound of Pinocchio. Now 9-10 trying to make his presence known as well. Conrad waiting in that cubby over there. Not going to be not giving anything away. Jenny's good for one, and Conrad's good for the other. Wanna finishes up, and that's a 6th for the side of AAA. Dreamsellers currently down 6 rounds. They haven't been able to get anything on the board.
Where was this form in their last game?
I don't know. They're formed up, man. They're looking good now. Not reflective of the last match at all. They are absolutely dominating against Dreamsellers.
Well, it's not all bad news bears for Dreamseller. They do have one good thing going for them, and thank you for having the scoreboard open, because that is probably the big thing to keep your eye on here. 5 ultimates at the ready. I want to see how they use them. It looks like it's going to be a Blade Storm, perhaps, down over towards C Long, as there's 3 players kind of this conga line formation, and yeah, Conqueror is watching.
Timing. Oh, nicely done right there. Diver will be eliminated, but Conqueror gets tagged down pretty low. Will be able to back off and stay alive. for the time being, but that's going to be about it. The push onto the beach site has started, and Alec Pond has lost his life. Going into it now, 3 versus 5. Dreamsellers, they're on the back foot, and I'm not sure what they can do in this situation. The spike's planted, and another kill nearly comes up. The 9-10 able to turn on him. Manti good for one as well. Wannafly finds a trade, brings it down to a 2 versus 3. Dreamsellers, this is doable, but it's going to be a desperate retake.
But look what they have to go up against, man. 3 smokes.
Oh,
God, who even cares about the smokes? The shots are being hit. They're going to completely dry push, or excuse me, dry people right into a couple of gunfights, and it'll do them just fine. Again, I'm baffled that this was nothing like the last game that we just saw. And they look like a completely different team. Maybe Haven's just their map and they hate Ascent, something like that. Dreamseller, they had 5 ultimates heading into that round, and they used literally nothing. Why? I don't know, but Dreamseller, they need to get something on the board soon, because 7-5 being the best they can possibly guarantee wouldn't be half bad, but it's not looking like 7-5 game, you know?
yeah, it really isn't. The push starting to come out from Wannafly and Co. looking to head towards this A site. Sova and the Cypher, the 2 Sentinels, waiting over on that A site to respond to it. Rotates coming through as well. The Wannafly says no thank you to Alec Pond and finds that first strike. Trying to find another, but maybe nicely done. The 1 tap to the skull will finish off Wannafly. Trade from Pinocchio's is good as well, but we're now down to a 3 versus 4. Dreamseller's on the back foot, and the spike is going down.
Concerning at best. Dreamseller. And I feel the need to mention this isn't a round that I'm going to go ahead and call them the winner of. Yeah, I mean, they just haven't given themselves the best shot of it. Bladestorm being invested is kind of a crazy situation now that
One enemy remaining.
whatsoever. Spray down towards CT spawn. Again, nothing to scream your lungs out about, but whatever. It's just another round, I suppose. AAA going to add that one to their tally as they get up to nearly double digits at this point. Honestly, considering how they're playing at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like a 10-2 or, hell, even an 11-1. It's getting rough.
Yeah, this just isn't going the way of Dreamsellers. They don't seem to be able to make a stand whatsoever against AAA. They are just being rolled over by a bulldozer. That bulldozer right now doesn't have a driver. AAA is just going with the flow and absolutely annihilating the side of Dreamseller.
I mean, looking at the setup, I think Dreamseller have a pretty good idea of what they want to do. A crossfire towards long. 9-10 has a flash at the ready. They could use Rolling Thunder, but attack all around have completely abandoned. What is this? They've just completely given up hope on trying to take A. Not sure what kind of read that they have to actually do this, but this is such a sick call. Worst possible case scenario for Dreamseller 2, because there's max 2 players on the other side of this map. And little do they know, there's only one person who's even holding down C. They haven't used any utility, and attack all around.
Here we go.
Case scenario. Teleport on in. Here comes another push, Brigade.
Yeah, the push has begun. Wannafly trying to find some frags. Ooh, the spray down through the box. It's going to be really advantageous. They're going to get some good tag damage on both these players. Wannafly going to find plant, and the Hunter's Fury just isn't on it. Not able to find any of these players and get all too much damage down. Now the retake in a 5v5 scenario for Dreamsellers is a go.
That's the best scenarios we've seen so far. They're trying to pen most of their hold over towards long, but keep an eye on the fact that players who are looking to come into the garage. This could be a little bit of an interesting choke point or a backstab perhaps, but they need to come line soon. The older teams are not working out. Attack all around. They're kind of giving up their best opportunity right here. The bomb is being used. There's absolutely nothing about it. It's spray. Who even cares if there's a spray? Attack all around and nowhere to be found.
Oh, Lord.
How in the hell did Dreamseller get away with that? It feels like attack all around just kind of outsmarted themselves.
That right there, attack all around, was not able to do it. Oh, Lord. Dreamsellers having a resurgence there into that one.
That's so strange to me. Dreamseller feels like they stumble into their first. again, I saw their performance versus SMG yesterday. I know, they could put together some really confident rounds, but that one feels a little bit shaky at best. But again, they have the right idea on how to play this A long area. They have 2 players in this crossfire formation. Flash is at the ready. This could be real nasty to get.
Yeah, it could be wonderful. It's pretty good for. Oh, Matey. Nicely done there. The trade does come out from Conqueror. Brings it down to a 4 versus 4. Divers there for one on the Pinocchio. Dreamsellers looking to make a resurgence here into this round, trying to not let AAA get their 9th. And I don't blame them. They need all the rounds they can get now.
Doesn't look wonderful for attack all around. But thing is, a 4v2 like this, you're going to have a free spike plant, assuming they don't keep taking their time. Ginny might be able to catch one here on the backstab. The timing just might be a little bit ill-fated. Diver,
Ooh. Oh, man, Diver.
Wow, that's... well, so, have you ever whipped before?
Yes, multiple times. All the
That
time.
was an
All
easy
my
one
shots.
right there. Yeah, that was just unfortunate. Ginny does get the jump on the diver. However, those divers was able to flick around and hit an nasty one like that. That would have been the best opportunity, the best possible case scenario for AAA. It's a little bit squandered by a couple of shots.
Who hit
not
shots
going in the right
anyway?
direction. Exactly.
I don't hit shots. Do you hit shots?
Almost never.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's a detail moment, if you ask me.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that one. It's a Doug moment as well.
Oh, it's frustrating, but that sort of thing does happen. For all intents and purposes, though, they are still massively improved, and they're still going for what seems like kind of overconfident plays. They're committing very, very early, and look at this. You're starting to see 9-10 getting a little bit dicey and a little bit more exploratory, adventurous, if you would. He's already all the way out over towards mid, and there's nobody aware of it. He could get in their spawn. By the time this gets set up for an A execute, there's both defenders at the front. Maybe we'll find that first frag. Dreamseller are looking real good to hold this one down.
Yeah, things are really looking well for Dreamsellers right now, but the spike is going down. Jenny and Co. need to lock this site down as quickly as possible. Matey, though, has a nice idea of where Jenny is, it seems. And his teammates are beginning to make a push onto the site. Quick shot out of 9-10 will eliminate Congrad. The retake has begun. A-Tech, oh, nicely done, Waterfly, able to get 2. A-Tech's good for 1. Jenny looking for 1 as well. And there are players falling from the sky. A 9th round for AAA.
Last round before
Well,
the
that's
switch.
what I call grabbing defeat out of the jaws of victory. I don't have any big words for that. That was just a little bit of a fumbled retake. Dreamsteller just not able to get things across, I suppose. I mean, what does that come down to at the end of it? I don't have any incredibly deep analysis other than just a couple of gunfights that should be won, not being won.
Yeah.
Dreamsteller, if they can get a third here, that would be phenomenal. Again, considering how this one started in a row, seems pretty great. They have the money for a full investment. I want to see them get a little bit more dangerous on their pushes yet again. Alec Pond maybe takes what I say to heart a little too much, but Diver has the right idea. He's going for an alternate approach and moving into their own spawn, and I think they're keen on it. It's actually not good enough, Diver! That is the reason right there why I use Vandal. The one dink goes through, but he's unable to finish the frag. What could have been a 4 versus 3 ends up being a 5v2. The numbers just really not in favor of Dreamsellers right now. But we can do a little bit of number crunching here. One frag found for Fluke. The round isn't over yet.
No, it's not done just yet. Not done and dusted. Fluke finds 1, not able to find 2. Congrad finds the trade. Now the Cypher left all alone. Needs to do work. Matey finds the first. Attacker Killjoy's coming online, and Pinocchio's will finish him off from the back line.
Switching sides.
Interesting again, but maybe nerves or something like that. Surprised he didn't try to extend to get that Killjoy ult. He might have been able to find another frag. The flank, I don't think he's going to win it anyway. That was just really strong positioning from the members on a attack all around, excuse me. They're going to be able to post together that 10-2 half that I predicted, so I feel like a genius for predicting it. But, I mean, again, the forecast isn't all too hard to read considering how AAA have been playing. Now they get to move on to the defensive side, and Dreamseller, well, I have to argue that this is probably the better side for them, considering how they have been playing, and also just statistically, it's Haven. You know, it makes sense for them to have a lot of success on the attacking side. Judging by their approach to this round, they're going to be again going for mid control. Wonderfly, easily able to punish, take down 9-10, who's been having a rough game. Things look still really good for AAA. Wonderfly attacked by the drone, that's really unfortunate. They have to pick up the threat.
The Wonderfly Fluke and Diver coming through like a bulldozer. Finding 3 together. 2 for Wonderfly. It's now down to AAA in a 2 versus 3. Pinocchio's finds the start. Ray comes through from Alec Pond. And Congrats already on site. Jumps on through, but gets tagged down to 47. Gonna have to hurry on up and find it. Not gonna be able to do it. Alec Pond finds the frag through the wall. And that will be a 3rd for Dreamseller.
Man. Dreamsellers, or Dreamseller, I should say, excuse me. They're not plural, I suppose.
Well, there's 5 players, so I mean, you could call them sellers. There's 5 people selling
Okay,
dreams.
this is true. This is true.
Exactly.
Mighty has been putting together, posting up a phenomenal scoreline individually, but
Yes.
that was the big thing I was worried about. That's why I said AAA had to completely give up and play retake on B. They're trying to dance in the smokes, and that's a gamble that can sometimes be worth taking, but it's so dangerous sometimes because Dreamseller still a team that's pretty lethal at some point. We're going to see it come into fruition right about now. Jerome also going to be clearing out Short A, is going to give up the ghost on one more position that AAA are trying to get together. By all intents and purposes, this is the best possible case scenario for Dreamseller right now. They can basically go wherever they want at this point, and AAA just kind of have to follow them. Going to be lagging behind on these rotates no matter what they do.
Yeah, so far, AAA 4 versus 5. They need to find a trade as quickly as possible, but no one is really showing them. Oh, that was a mistake coming out there. Oh no. Tag solo Wonderfly though, able to clean up 2. The trade does come through from Matey, brings it down to a 3 versus 3. No.
Position have been taken though. And yeah, I think we're about to agree on the same thing. Here, Dugue. It's rough.
This is rough. Very, very rough. It's a coarse surface.
What those 5 Red Bulls that you chugged earlier did for you?
No, I've only had 2. Come on now. 9-10 and Matey cleaning things up. Pinocchios will be able to get 1, but Fluke finds the refrag. That'll be a 4th for the side of Dreamsellers. Dreamseller.
Still early days. I know. It's like you feel like it should be a plural.
Yeah, it should. Honestly, I'm going to contact the organization and be like, hey, just put an S something in that, please. It'll help me out.
It would make my life so much easier, and
It's got a good ring to
really,
it.
yeah, I kind of like it, all things considered. I don't know.
It sounds like they're only selling like 1 dream, right? But Dreamseller sounds like they're selling like multiple, and there's multiple people selling dreams. I mean,
Logical here, man.
yeah, I am. Wonderfly gonna get the first on the diver to start things off. That aggressive push with the jet gonna work out in their favor. Jenny also cleaning up 9-10. The trade does come through from Alec Pond, though. Brings it down to a 4 versus 3. Oh, man,
Why?
Fluke, nicely done. Takes out
Why?
Wonderfly. Wonderfly taking not the best position in the world. Will be eliminated. And it looks like a refrag trying to happen. Ace Tix will be able to get it with an inch of his life. Tagged down to 6 HP. Going to be having to back off now. But right now, AAA, they have the advantage, and they need to keep a hold of it now. The push coming on to A. Pinocchios is going to be the one to respond, and he responds quickly. Nicely done. Finds one to Fluke. Now in a 1 versus 3. Ooh, Alec Pond, full blind. They'll be able to find that shot. 11 HP, 1 versus 2. Has a lot to do. Not much to do it with. And looking to get onto this A site.
Yeah, maybe they don't have a lot to do it with, but they do have a decent amount of utility, and Asoba on the side of attack all around is really hurting hard. Gonna be tagged up by the dart, which really does suck. And it's the end. Okay, no, it's the end.
That's the
Sick
end.
shot by Ace, so my lord. There's a reason why this is the dominant team in the region. It's because of how they play that 2v1. Spamming the angle that is most common for him to peek. I'm surprised they didn't use their double darts actually to deny a plant, to be real, but who cares? They got the round anyway. That's a much needed 11th for them. Or I wouldn't say much needed, much expected 11th. And Dreamseller are right back onto the brink of despair. They're going to have a really tarnished bye here for this potential last round before we get even into the match point. I mean, the forecast, it's looking awfully gloomy.
It really is. It's one away from match point for AAA, 2 rounds away from game over. In Dreamstellers, they have their backs firmly pushed up against a wall.
What are they going for here? I think they're expecting a quick push in towards B. I guess it would make sense with the buy that they have. Wannafly. Just playing supremely defensively. Gonna give up almost everything. But what's his big plan here? Is he gonna try to dash out over towards a link? Interesting to watch, but he misses the final kill! Oh, who cares? Ace6 has it all under control.
Oh
Goes
no,
down the whiff,
Wannafly.
right click. Diver still pulls it together though, and there is the Hunter's Fury to go ahead and try to get it for their favor. Attack all around with a couple of interesting moments for sure, but they have stabilized. They've gotten themselves into that 4-on-2. Quite honestly, the 2 men to the good, things are only going to get worse as time goes by, because really Dreamkiller don't have much to work with, as you mentioned.
Yeah, they're in this 2 versus 4 scenario against AAA. They do not have the spike. It's dropped on the ground. The bomb is surrounded by these attack all around
30
players.
seconds
left.
Wow. Oh my gosh, matey, nicely done. Able to find 2 Pinocchio's falls as well. Now Alec Pond and Co. They have a chance. This is the best chance they got. 20 seconds left on the clock in a 2 versus 2. Matey,
Heidi is so
good
good.
for a third, and now it's down to Jenny. Jenny won't be able to do it. Alec Pond finds the frag, and a 5th round is achieved. A round that should have gone the way of attack all around has been scooped up and taken up by Dreamseller.
No, it wasn't taken by Dreamseller. It was taken by Mighty, man. That man is unbelievable. I'm not sure if it's Mighty or Mighty. I'm assuming it's Mighty. But he has double the kills of Alec Pond. That's unbelievable. And Alec Pond, I don't even feel like necessarily he's been having a bad game, too. He even got that last kill. Like, it's not often that you see a Cypher carry like this, but right now we are seeing boundaries being broken as Dreamseller, they continue the dream.
Yeah, they really are going into it now. 5-11. AAA do have the points advantage into this one, but right now Dreamseller's going to be looking to rebound into it. So far, nothing being able to be found. Just very slow play. Yeah, this A-hold is so close.
I mean, can we press tab real quick? I want to see the weaponry that they have. Is it actually good? I'm pretty sure it's his pistols. Okay, yeah. Probably not going to do much, but I want to see them do that come next rifle round. That could be so cool.
It could be. You're right. It looks like the attack will be going towards C. 3 players have rotated for attack all around, and things have begun. Shots ringing out. Alec Pond 9-10, good for 1 each. Jenny finds the trade back. Now needs to do more. Won't be able to do it. 9-10 finds the limb, and it's down to a 1 versus 4. A6, 11-8 quickly, and a 6th round netted for the side of Dreamseller.
Shabby Dreamseller. This is a kind of revitalization that I was hoping to see. The team started, what was it, 0-8? If I can count correctly, it's too late for this. Yeah, it started on 0-8, and attack all around have had a little bit of a dry spell. It's been, for the most part, all Dreamseller. When they're on the attacking side, they look a lot more comfortable. It's pretty plain to see. But you have to keep in mind, what can they work for in this next round? They don't exactly have a ton of ultimates going their way. They do have the Rolling Thunder for 9-10, which is going to be their best potential. It's going to really come down to straight-up gunfights, which attack all around have been phenomenal in so far, with the exception of Dreamseller, who I suppose has been kind of showing almost everybody up in the server. Yeah. I think it's going to come down right now to see them set up for a Rolling Thunder play in towards the site.
It really does, and there's a lot of presence towards B, only one towards C right now. But it looks like these dream sellers want to go towards A. Spike looking to get in position for it. The quick tags coming out. The 9-10 finds the first on the Jenny. Brings it down to a 4 versus 5. Attack all around her on the back foot going into this. But Congrad and Co. have the chance to turn around at a drop of a hat. Let's see if this comes to fruition.
Wow,
the timing on that was so close. Oh, Lord.
Conqueror cannot die here, too. They have pretty much the entire site to themselves because of their utility. Dancing with death.
Nice.
But luckily, things seem to be working out on the other site, too. Wanna holds down the line. One still found, but there's that Rolling Thunder play I was expecting to see. Dreamseller still looking to get away with this round. Advantage, although that will be in the moment. No, that's actually second one too. Another two right in the kill feed, and there you have it. Round flips on its head, and AAA just might be able to get away with it. Time is of the essence. Does Diver actually have time to get away with it? It's going to be so close. So close. He has it. He has it. He has it. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh. 0.36 seconds left on the clock, and Diver 33 HP. A6 doesn't have the read on it. He does have the HP advantage into this. He could find this. Going to come around the corner and pre-fires nicely. 3K for A6, and the 12th round in match point achieved for Attack All Around.
That was so well played by Ace from Attack All Around, excuse me. Dreamseller with such a late show up, a late bloom into that round still was not enough. It was even such a good read. It's just, again, Attack All Around. They look incredible in their gunfights, and that was a big difference maker right there. Dreamseller, I think they did exactly what they needed to. But I mean, hey, Valorant, sometimes this comes down to winning a couple of your gunfights, and it is most plain to see right there. Attack All Around on the verge of being able to rebound after a loss in their first foray tonight. Just about ready to finish things up here. 6-12. And it's going to have to be one miraculous comeback if Dreamseller want to make it. But I'm not going to be hedging my bets on it. Ace Tick just domes the player who has been so superior beyond everybody else on Dreamseller. And when your big carrier is down like that, it doesn't bode well.
Good. No, you're right. You're 100% correct. Jenny and Congrad able to get one each, but Fluke is showing up now. Pinocchio's good for one to Alec Pond, leaving the Omen alone in the 1 versus 3. The dreams of Dreamsellers rest on the shoulders of the Omen, and it looks like Pinocchio's has the read. That is 13th, and that is AAA rebounding in their second map of the night, 13-6 against Dreamsellers.
Dude, that is the glow up of the century. What I was hoping to see. Again, I think when they're the first seed in this tournament, Attack All Around have some really high expectations to live up to. A couple of fumbles, especially towards the beginning of that second half and towards the end of the first. You know, towards the middle section, it was a little bit rough. But all in all, very solid performance from them, looking incredible in their gunfights, if nothing else. And they look so good on Haven. I don't know where that was during Ascent.
Seriously.
Maybe it's their specialty, but a much needed shift. Do you have any last words before we go to a break?
Not really. One thing I can say is Attack All Around, you did it. You looked much better. That was really nice. I appreciate that. That's about it.
Appreciate that. Well, in that case, I believe we are going to be taking a short, trying to do the math here, about half an hour break before we head into our next game of the night, which is going to be Myth versus DivsionX Gaming. That one, I think, is going to be incredible because I loved watching DivsionX Gaming yesterday.
Yes.
We'll see you then.
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อ เติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป ท
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AIS 5G ที่หนึ่งตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทย อัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์ อัปเกรดความบันเทิง ปรับสปีดได้ตามใจ อัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
Sri Nakarin Virod University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Conqueror Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Ta, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development concurrent with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world, Sri Nakarin Virod University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. Sri Nakarin Virod University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year philosophy Education is growth. Srinakarin Wirod University is an engagement university.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทย อัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์ อัปเกรดความบันเทิง ปรับสปีดได้ตามใจ อัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อ เติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AIS 5G ที่1ตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทย อัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์ อัปเกรดความบันเทิง ปรับสปีดได้ตามใจ อัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
Sri Nakrindra University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Conqueror Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Tak, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development, concurring with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world, Sri Nakrindra University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. Sri Nakrindra University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year philosophy, education is growth, Sri Nakrindra University is an engagement university.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อเติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AIS 5G ที่ 1 ตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum. Sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทย อัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์ อัปเกรดความบันเทิง ปรับสปีดได้ตามใจ อัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
Sri Nakarin Virod University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Conqueror Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Ta, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development concurring with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world, Sri Nakarin Virod University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. Sri Nakarin Virod University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year philosophy, education is growth, Sri Nakarin Virod University is an engagement university.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อ เติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AIS 5G ที่ 1 ตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ศรีนครินทรวิโรจน์ University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Conqueror Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Ta, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development concurrent with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world, Srinakharin Virod University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. Srinakharin Virod University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year philosophy, education is growth, Srinakharin Virod University is an engagement university.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อ เติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AIS 5G ที่หนึ่งตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทยอัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์อัปเกรดความบันเทิงปรับสปีดได้ตามใจอัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า
Sri Nakarin Virod University has been continuously evolving through development for 70 years. Pasan Mid Campus, the center of education at the heart of the city in a prime business area with over 40 acres of land with convenient, sufficient, and modern transportation. Onkarak Nakhon Nayok, a large area specifically for education, completely equipped with facilities to support teaching and learning activities to ensure and fulfill holistic happiness. Sports centers, dormitories, a medical center, and students' activity centers with more than 400 acres of green areas and only 1 hour away from Bangkok. Sa Kaeo and Ta, full of learning resources blended with natural and cultural environments for community development, concurring with the goal of commitment to being an engagement university. 16 faculties, 5 colleges, 4 institutes, 7 centers, 5 demonstration schools, 3 hospitals. Serve teaching and learning and facilitate a wide range of activities to move the university forward. With over 150 undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in science and technology, health sciences, and social sciences. With over 2,000 faculty members and over 4,000 staff responsible for over 23,000 Thai and international students annually. Collaborating with the public and private sectors as strong networks around the world, Sri Nakarin Virod University has educated more than 290,000 graduates and alumni. Sri Nakarin Virod University aspires to be a significant part to build the future of Thailand and strives for the movement of global society through education. With a strong commitment guided by the 70-year
Alrighty, folks, welcome on back. I hope you guys are doing well this evening. We're going to be getting into the next match very shortly, and we've got a good one to behold. I can't wait to see how the series go. We have got Made in Thailand versus DXG. And of course, I'm joined by Ito. How's it going?
I'm doing all right. I'm just really happy to see more DXG. DivsionX Gaming, they have been phenomenal to watch. Just from that one game that I had the chance to watch them in, they were, oh my God, so much fun. They had some crazy executes. I'm not saying that this is going to be the team that, is at the top of the world, but hey, just saying. Maybe they are. I just got news, by the way, that this is actually going to be our last game of the day because NXL forfeited it. That's interesting. It really
Really?
sucks because that was a game I was looking forward to the most.
Oh no.
Anyway, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the teams while we go ahead and get prepped for this game.
Alrighty, we're gonna be getting into it rather shortly. Currently just waiting all the players to get their picks into the server locked in place. I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing a better showing out of Myth than we did see in their last game against NXL.
Where they only dropped 4 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, honestly. But there's a chance that Myth could really turn the tide. Honestly, they might have had that first game of tournament jitters that just messed with them a little bit. We're going to have DXG on the defense, and on the attack, we're going to be having Myth.
Yeah, high hopes here for Myth. Again, this is a team that was favored as one of the frontrunners, for this entire tournament, and they have some pretty incredible results behind them as well. One of the premier teams, I would argue, in Thailand as well. I mean, hey, made in Thailand, you would have to expect big things from them. But if yesterday is anything to kind of take from, DXG are a force to be reckoned with. Again, they had some phenomenal rounds, very flashy players, it seems, and well, hey, it seems that they know what they're doing entirely. What's immediately going to be interesting to me is the fact that we're actually seeing Fog play Omen when they're on Jet yesterday. So it seems that this is going to be a little bit of a change of pace from yesterday when it comes to their play style, especially considering that Kun, I think Kun is the one picking up Jet. So play style change, perhaps?
Yeah, probably. It'll be interesting to see nonetheless. We should be getting into server right about now. Here we are. And, of course, DXG will be on the defense, and Myth will be on the attack. It should be an interesting one. Let's see how the setups for DXG start to play out here.
A bit hard to tell right now. They've yet to get out of their spawn. If you could take a quick glance, at the scoreboard, I just want to see how many people actually decide to pick up Ghosts. Kind of goes to tell what they're maybe going to be looking to pull off here. Usually, if a lot of teams pick up a Ghost, they're going to try to go for a slower style. But if there's armor across the board, usually you see something a little bit more akin to a rush. That being said, though, they're going to be kind of going against the grain. A couple of Ghosts in the hand, in particular for Nugent, who will be leading the charge for what seems like a push. There's going to be a Jet who's watching, make first contact, but overall should not be committing. So many smokes, it's going to be vital that they don't have. There's one smoke out, and the person's just about going to get it already, Dugade.
Nicely done. Nugent already on site, spamming through the first, trying to find the first shot. Thie will be the one with the first frag. Nugent finds the second. Fog. Good for the trade, though, but Superfast trades it back really quickly on the Rambutan. Fog finds one of JD, and yes, I can. Come and say yes, he can. Finds one of Superfast. Finds a second as well, and Fog finds a triple for his name.
DXG, I've missed you guys since yesterday. Made in Thailand, I have to say I really appreciate what they're pulling off on their push. They played that situation really well. I think they just got a little bit caught off guard, especially towards the end. You saw a little bit of desperation when they tried to push it over towards Heaven. They're really forcing a fight. They weren't really comfortable with what DXG were trying to do, set up for a couple of frags by the wayside. It's kind of an unfortunate extension, but really, that isn't Made in Thailand playing bad whatsoever. It's just that DXG were able to win some of their fights instantly, and that makes all the difference. It's something that I mentioned a lot in our previous games, and will be something I mention a lot in this game too. However, let's go ahead and shift our focus for this round here. It's going to be pistols across the board for the attacking side, as they make a little bit of a conga line in, taking that mid-aggression. Overall, I don't really think they have any big plans here, I'll be honest.
Yeah, right now, this is going to be a slow round. I mean, we can surely consider this a throwaway round. They might be looking to do some damage, maybe take away a few of these weapons out of the hands of DXG, but that might be all they can look for here. They're going to be playing rather slow. They know where one player is. They were able to spot that out. They're going to start to head towards speed. They got to be careful, though. Yes, I can. Going to be pushing up kind of aggressive here into this one. We'll be able to get some tag damage on the Boompara. That's going to be about it. Ooh, they know where he is, and this could be kind of dicey. Good shots out of Rambutan. We'll find the first. The trade does come out of Thie. The rush is coming through, and Hughes comes up big with 2. Superfast is good for 1. And Jida jumping up, able to find a bit of tag damage, but that'll be it.
Clean stuff from DXG, nothing more, nothing less. Made in Thailand again with a pretty appropriate mid-round call there. They wanted to finish things up over towards B. It's respectable. And they found pretty much as much damage as he can reliably secure on full ego like that. 2 pistols, or excuse me, 2 kills found with just those pistols is not too shabby. Heading into his 3rd round here, DXG can't really afford to fully invest. I'm wondering if Poon actually decides to maybe go with an upgrade for this sector. Seems like he's deciding against it. Interesting. Okay, so I would imagine DXG in this case probably going to have a little bit more of an emphasis over towards tree. You also have a pause behind it, so maybe a little bit of time for them to talk about the strategy. All in all, again, this kind of feels like a completely open book. I haven't quite gotten a read yet on how these teams like to play, but it seems that they're already shying away from the typical execute right off the bat, and they're going for more of that default play.
Yeah, they really are. But this is the round that can set the tone for the rest of the game. This is where Myth needs to find their first and not let DXG get this 3rd. If they let DXG net this 3rd round, things will fall apart rather quickly at that point because their economy will start to bolster up. They'll be able to pick up a couple of weapons.
What's happening?
But Myth. Oh, this is a big push towards Myth. This could be interesting. Kuhn able to get one, but the trade does come out from Nugent. Superfast good for 1 as well. But now, Nugent through the smoke finds 1. Hughes good for 1 as well. The trades are coming through thick and fast. 2 versus 3 now. DXP on the back foot now in a 1 versus 2, leaving the Omen all alone. Thea and Co are going to need to find this man, but Fog has the brain for it, but they won't be able to pull it off. Thea finds the frag, and the 1st round is picked up or made in Thailand.
The Vision Striker strat coming through from DXG. The flash and dash to try to take control of Wine didn't seem to pan out in the long term. Made in Thailand had superior positioning, and that is what's really important about playing a default, even if it's the first 30 seconds or so. Made in Thailand were able to respond over towards the top mid and find a really important, crucial kill, completely shutting down the set piece that DXG was trying to pull together. Just a couple of lost plays, and Made in Thailand are on the board. DXG, look at what they're pulling off here, though. Myth, look at what they're pulling off for this round, though. They have the bomb situated towards B, but for the most part, getting a lot of emphasis over towards A. Seems that they're falling back into this default formation, but this is what I love to see. It's the bread and butter of basically every single round here. Drone going out through B main is going to find a little bit of information, but now they know there is a presence. They can't really afford to rotate right now. Dude.
No, they really can't. Connor's going to be pushing aggressively. So is Hughes. Nugent with the ults could be able to find something, but he won't be peaked just yet. Hughes is going to be smartly backing off in this situation, just waiting for someone to peek him instead of him peeking. And a lot of slow passive play coming out. Nugent trying to make his touch. Finds 1 for the cloak. Nicely done. Beautiful shots coming out. Using his ultimate to the best of his ability. Not able to find another just yet, but he's splashed out and having to play safely now. No trades back and forth just yet, and the spike is planted. This is looking to be another round for Myth, but DXG trying to respond. JD, good for 1, and yes, I can find the trade. The trade does come through from Thea, and now a 1 versus 4 remains, and that is going to be a save from DXG, trying to keep that 1 weapon over towards B.
Pretty much has to be. Their money is going to be in shambles after it. They pretty much put together everything they possibly could to make this one happen. And obviously, we see the results aren't all too fantastic. DXG, well, again, they're kind of falling victim to what a default play looks like. Made in Thailand playing that one perfectly. From the start to the finish, I really didn't have any qualms with it. They spread their grasp wide, managed to bait out some early utility, and that's pretty much for a team that's a championship caliber. I love how he dodges in the smoke there, by the way. I'm surprised he actually survived. Wow.
I was too. I thought he was going to die, but no, Nugent able to survive and buy a teammate. That's going to be rather helpful into this round. It's a full rifle round all around for both these sides. Myth and DXG are going to be certainly clashing coming into this one. Honestly, this round could go either way. They're tied up. This is the round to behold. It'll either break the economy of DXG or it'll make it.
Look at all the ultimates that are just about ready to come online as well. Excuse me. I think it's going to be important to keep an eye on the ultimate orbs here. Start the fight. That could be the difference of a lockdown coming online. Right now, the Hunter's Fury is already in play, and that could be huge to maybe eke out an early kill. Rolling Thunder, that's a ton of pushing potential. You're totally right, Dugade, when you mentioned that this could go either way, and it's going to decide the early momentum. They look to get away with the lead. Looks like they're trying to take free control at the moment here. Utility being expended as DXG, excuse me, just try to hold on. And Rambutan, I believe, has a flash available to help out.
Yeah, he does. That's gonna be crucial. He's gonna get flashed down. Booper's gonna get tagged down. Nothing able to be found just yet. That ultimate's not gonna be good for anything. The Tremor's going to stall it out a little bit more. And Hughes is good for one. Booper finds the trade. The refrag is good. It brings it down to a 4 versus 4. No trades back and forth just yet, but looks like they want to head through market towards B. DXG Rambutan will be the one to respond, though, playing that close angle. Should be able to find something. He's good for 1, but not 2. That brings it down to a 3 versus 3. Trading even. 20 seconds left on the clock. Yes, I can. He's in an optimal position. The spike isn't near the site just yet. And honestly, this might be what breaks it. The shots can come through. There's a good gap in that. Not able to find it just yet. And yes, I can. Decides not to push through. Nugent, good for 1 in the back line. Yes, I can. Trying to respond to it. Yes, I can. Pushes through. Finds 1. Nicely done. Now a 2 versus 2. The teammates are split up. Jedi, good for 1. The trade tried to come through, but it won't be enough. Jedi for a 3rd. That will be a 3rd round on the board for Made in Thailand.
Jedi is so sick. That was a fumble for Myth. You have to keep that in mind. The fact that Nugent kind of, blew his position a bit too early because they realized he was at CT spawn. They realized there was max 2 people who were sitting on the site itself. So what they did was try to immediately take the fight with the Cypher, and then they tried to push right on in. But then it was Jedi going huge, holding down the site, and basically what was a 1 versus 2. And Nugent, that almost killed the round for him.
Yeah, it nearly did. This drone's going to be nice for Jedi. He should be able to find out the position of at least 1. He does. Gets the tag as well. And it looks like the push... Oh, they're going quick. This is going towards the A side as quick as they can. And they're already on. Booper, good for 2. That's going to be a good start onto the site. This is an eco coming out. But Myth is looking to dominate. The defender Killjoy coming out should stall things out just a little bit. That ult being committed is a bit of an iffy play in my opinion, but Rambutan, good for 1. Oh, nicely good. Yes, I can. What are you doing? Nicely done. Finds 2. Brings it down to a 3 versus 2. Jedi, good for 1. And Thee cleans up the rest. That was going either way. Nicely done by Myth, able to control things at the very last moment and net themselves a 4th.
What was that round? That was so bad. That was so crazy. It was bad. It was just insane. That Killjoy, the lockdown got 4 people. They were literally, they could do nothing there. But what was huge is that he was holding around the corner on the site in front of that box so he wouldn't be spotted. He was able to get away from his detain the entire time and then just assassinate 2 people. That is absurdity. Nothing short of it. That is why you check your corners right there. Made in Thailand, they get away with what should have been found. My God! You would have to hope they reap the rewards, but nothing is free when you're against Kuhn. Peeks out through the smoke, finds the first. It's a beautiful sight for DXG.
Good start for DXG. The trade's trying to come through. Damage being traded back and forth so far. Nothing else. But Rambutan finds 1 onto Bupera, trying to find the spam through the smoke, and ultimate is popped for Kuhn, and not able to find anything just yet. The spike is down, and they have the advantage. Hughes good for 1 as well on the Nugent across the map, brings it down to a 2 versus 5, and Superfast is good to trade it down, brings it down to a 2 versus 4. A decent situation to be in, but Kuhn isn't going to let that happen. Thea is eliminated, and Superfast finds the trade back. Now a 1 versus 3. Tag down kind of low here. He's going to have to play safely. He's not in the best situation. A 3rd kill to his name now. Down to the 1 versus 2. Yes, I can. We'll finish him off saying yes, no more. A 3rd round on the board for DXG.
Oh, man. This game has been a trip so far. Loving to see the aggression. It's relentless. Made in Thailand have to now work for almost every single inch. But I'm loving how Made in Thailand are playing this so far. These teams are so evenly matched, it feels like. It's a treat to watch. That is for certain. However, DXG, they're the team that I'm keeping my eye on right now because their money, it's not exactly stable. This next one, I think, is going to decide a lot for this early game economy. Wondering. I'm trying to say, it's probably going to be in the best interest for them to try to urge out maybe something quicker, and that's exactly what they're going to do. You get Wade.
Oh, nicely done there. Nugent finds the first. Hughes and Co going to be trying to respond at this point, but it's going to be desperate. Fog! Nicely done. Finds one through the smoke on a Jedi. Brings it down to a 4 versus 4. A better situation for Myth. Yes, I can. And Co trying to spam through the 4. Won't be able to find anything just yet. And the A site is looking to be controlled. The spike, though, is on B, and the response is made. Fog good for one.
Fog is...
Spike planted.
Fog!
Yo! Oh my god. Fog needs to sign my forehead, kiss my babies. That is... Did you see what he just did?
Last player
He canceled the teleport as he used it because he knew he got shot at. So what he did was as soon as he was being shot at, he faked the TP. And oh, I'm sorry, we'll talk about that later. The round isn't over yet. Made in Thailand are blowing my mind right now. But DXG are just doing it a little bit better. They get away with that round. I'm sorry, I am fanboying so hard right now. Holy shit.
Man, what a round to behold. Nicely played there by Fog.
Okay, I'm sorry. I collected myself. I apologize for cutting you off there. I
Hey,
just
no, you're
lost
fine,
my
man.
mind. What Fog did was he realized that there was someone flanking from Cat, so he used his teleport. Then right as the teleport faded out and his hitbox was no longer there, the enemy was still aiming at his dead body and then started looking away. And then he canceled the teleport and then went back for the kill.
Oh, that's
I have
beautiful.
never seen that before.
Lots of
that-
mid control. Oh, man. Tons of mid control for Myth right now. They control mid. No one is having a say in it just yet. The drone's going to be flying through the smoke. Should be able to find some stuff. But this should be a risky round for DXG. Losing this mid control can be so substantial on this map.
Oh no, that is for certain here. There's that Omen who's also placed over towards a main. A lot of emphasis from the side of Phoenix.
Ooh, Fog
Hold it
nicely
down the line.
done.
And yeah, exactly what I was going to say. Nicely done indeed. Holds down for at least a little bit longer here, but the site is going to be mostly conceded.
Yeah, yes, I can. We'll be the one that has to contest it. We'll see if he's able to make it work. But it's only time that can tell at this point. That shock arrow is going to be quite nice. That good shock dart. But slow play coming out so far. The spike's still not planted. Should be going down any second now. And there it is. Ooh, it gets stalled out. The arrow doing so much work. Finally goes down. Hughes got to be careful. He's got to check this corner. Rambutin, good for one on the Nugent. Hughes, going to find one as well. Brings it down to a 2 versus 4. Nicely done. Jedi not able to do anything. And Bupra eliminated as well. That will be DXG taking the lead, bringing themselves a 5th.
DXG, round after round, they are fighting back and looking better as time goes by. Not only do they take the lead, but think about the economic ramifications of this as well. Can we take a gander? Yeah, there you have it. Almost no more money in the reserve for the side of Made in Thailand. Things are only going to be tougher and tougher as time goes by. What I think they need to do right now is slow things down. I think are getting maybe a little bit too confident at this point. Boone in particular, his play has been incredibly punishable with all the pushes that he's making. If they can somehow get a read, it's not certain, but I think it would be a good start if they try to counter this jet play, because it's not really the safest thing.
Ooh,
Did
nice
Fog really
done.
teleport into his own smoke to find a kill? That's crazy.
Jedi, though, did have the read and was able to read frag upon it to bring it down to an even score line of even player line of 4 versus 4. Now, slow play coming out, looking to head towards A for Myth. There's one player to respond immediately, and the rotate
think we
coming
wanna
in
go
through
B.
as well from the breach. Sorry, B, my bad. Very passive so far. They're going to be faking that smoke towards A, trying to pull a rotate, but the breach isn't budging, and he's correct not to budge. The push should start to begin now, but they're going to be backing off entirely. They're going to be rotating. I think they might want to take this towards A, faking it entirely, making a ton of noise over there. But I'm not sure what they want to do here. They gotta be careful. That jet is there.
If they have a smoke, can we go to the Omen real quick? Oh, actually, never mind. It looks like that Omen isn't even going to be necessary. If he has a
30
dark
seconds
cover,
left.
that is going to be what they have to rely on the most here, Dugade. There's only
Yeah.
one rotator left over towards B. They're going to go for a re-exec. But their utility is incredibly low. Kuhn can win this alone. He doesn't even need to fire shots.
Oh,
Oh no, but he's going to put it up anyway. Just for one, but that's enough to completely stunt the push. A 2v3 Dugade.
10
Things
seconds
look
left.
so difficult.
yeah, they really do. Yes, I can. Just eliminate. The shots are whiffed.
Wait.
And Boopra is good for it. The spike plant's going to be going down into 2 versus 2. Winnable situation for Myth. One player's gone down. Hughes is the killer. Jedi has been eliminated. Now, last man standing. The Omen, Boopra, not in the best situation and is eliminated. That will be a 6th round for the side of DXG.
Game has been delivering so much. Myth. Again, I like their idea of a re-exec. Boomburapa? Quite a lengthy name, but Boomburapa, I think that for all intents and purposes as well, it's good. Forced into a really awkward scenario with his teammate dying right there. There's a Killjoy lockdown that it felt like a little bit like overkill considering it was a 1v2, but I think it was kind of the safe move to try to solidify that lead. I mentioned the economic ramifications, but to be honest, this actually isn't the worst buy in the world. Houston is probably going to be using that Blade Storm. This way they pretty much have a full set of ultimates to use at their disposal. The Neural Threat, the Neural Tactics, as well as the From the Shadows, that Omen Teleport. It keeps Fog as well. What they're trying to do right now is show off a lot of A presence and maybe try to siphon them out somewhere else.
I don't blame them on that. So far, slow play coming through. Mid control has been gaining, and they look like they might want to head towards A. Shots come out from super fast to start things off, and Rambutan is eliminated. That's going to bring things down to a 4 versus 5. DXG do not have the man advantage. They're on the back foot coming into this one, but they're not giving up any ground just yet. Myth rotating towards B, getting ready to make their aggression over there. The Jet and the Sova to respond. Kuhn, who's looked good, all good. Good all game with this operator is good for one. Yes, I can. It's good for the other. And Hughes finds one as well. Shots ringing out, and Thief finally finds a trade, but it won't be enough. A 7th round is netted, and DXG are now leading by 3.
Last round in
Leading
the
by
half.
3, and now we're gonna look at the scoreboard. 5 in a row is what has been at that. Money is basically non-existent for Myth. This is seeming more like an 8-4 half. Right when we're about the 4-4 mark, I said that these teams looked incredibly matched, like super evenly matched. Excuse me. Now, I'm not feeling that way. EXG are really running away with this one and looking so confident while doing it. Fog has been phenomenal with his well-timed aggression. I think Boone has also low-key been a really important factor, even though he's towards the bottom of the scoreboard. Incredibly suffocating. He's literally like a zoning operator right now. That sounds like a meme, but it really is just kind of his role at the moment. It's so difficult to play against.
It really is. So far, so good for DXG. Myth was having a good performance in the start, but they seem to be falling behind here. They need to find this round and need to find a way back into it. They don't want to let this lead expand by any more. Looking to hit this A side. I'm not sure if that's the smartest decision due to the fact that there's so many of these players hanging out over on this A side. Oh, the shot's a miss for Kuhn. Oh, no.
No, it's not a miss.
Oh, no, it's not miss.
That's
It's
a
not
headshot through the box.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, are you seeing what they're doing, though, man? They've completely got the fight. They have pulled off the sickest fake in the world. Luckily, Yes I Can is still holding down the site. It's a total mission, and unfortunately, he has not cleared the most difficult round yet. He's not going to not be gifted the frag. Instead, he is going to be the one who is fragged instead. Bomb just about ready to get planted as well. Hunter's Fury is going to be seen as completely useless. And Dugade in Thailand has pulled off this sick, insanely sick call, excuse me. They might be able to get away with this round.
Honestly, it's starting to look that way. In a 4 versus 4, DXG able to find first frag into the retake. Fog is good for it. Bupra finds the trade, though, and finds a second as well. Fog good for a third to his name, and now a 2 versus 2 remains. A fourth for Fog,
way.
looking
No.
for another. Could be on for the ace. Looks for it, but Thief doubles up and eliminates it. Getting greedy there, Fog. Should have reloaded, and that claims a 5th for Myth.
If that isn't like a good summary of what this entire game has been so far, I don't know what is. Clash of the Titans. Thea has been phenomenal for his team through the thick and the thin. And then, of course, Fog has just been way too flashy for, for what even seems like his own good, I'll be honest here. 7-5 at the half. Myths aren't able to get away on the latter end of things. But I gotta say, I'm really curious to see how DXG handled this one. If that relentless aggression was there when they're on the defensive side, God knows what we can expect. Right now, what I'm hoping they pull off here, just judging by their early positions, is that they're going to try to go deep, maybe even a wrap for CT, something of the sort, but try to work for that market. So it's going to be incredibly vital that this breach who is holding in market can get out safely.
Yeah, that's incredibly important. And right now, DXG making their way through market. They're just
There you
going
have it.
a breach. You need to find 3 here if you want to survive. Otherwise, you're going to be annihilated really quickly. He won't be able to do it. Kuhn playing nicely finds Thee. Looking to get onto this B side as quick as he can. Fog finds one as well onto Jedi. Now a 3 versus 5 retake will have to come out from Myth, and things will be coming into dire straits.
Exactly what I thought it was going to be. DXG, I think I found my new favorite team. They are playing so sick right now. Winning those gunfights was incredibly vital for obvious reasons, but the round isn't over yet. They're going for the 3v5 lead.
One enemy remaining.
Nicely done by Nugent, able to find 1, but Ramboonson says no more and finds 2, leaving the Cypher alone. Super fast, good for 1, good for 2, but yes, I can is there and eliminates him. An 8th round is picked up by DXG.
Ooh, my lord. It's spooky, that is for sure.
It is
Hey,
spooky.
at least they get it there towards the end of it, excuse me. DXG now have all the wind riding behind their sails, and whoa, are they actually forcing up in this situation? It's so risky. What is their play? They're Bucky for new gen, so they're going for a shoddy play. Oh, this is interesting. I think they're trying to get a hard read on what DXG want to do here, and just hoping that they can eke off an early kill or 2. They're not aggressing. They're just going to be holding some incredibly cheesy angles. For example, Boom Burapa sitting in his own smoke here.
Cover going out.
This is cheeky, but it at least should cause some economic damage, at least on paper. DXG, maybe reading this perfectly, will try to immediately set up for a little bit of an A execute, using that drone to safely clear their path through. This could be really, really nasty if Myth were in slightly better positions, I have to say.
Yeah, things starting out, and A seems to be the name of the game. 2 players there to respond. The breach will be the initial responder, and that flash is good to stall things out further. But the smoke air deployed, and the stun comes out onto Thee. Thee's good for the frag trade, comes out from Hughes, but Booper's there with the shot. He finds the kill onto Fog. Now a 3 versus 4 remains. Myth do have the man advantage, but the weapon advantage is certainly not there. DXG looking to pick up a 9th, and Myth, they need to find this round.
This is really, really scary, but Myth are somehow in the front runners, or are on the forefront. Maybe.
Oh, nicely.
Out. And that is why range is the name of the game sometimes. Valorant is, look, I gotta say, Valorant is a game of inches, but right now they just took that round by a mile. As soon as they brought those fancy vandals to the table, there is nothing that realistically shotgun wielders could do. Myth just kind of bashing their head against the wall. I have to say, what a sick attempt by them. 3 kills in a round that I wasn't even believing from the start. DXG have to be noticeably rattled by that. How do they handle this heading into the first rifle round, though, realistically? Because it seems like they're trying... Okay, what I'm seeing right now is that they're going to set up Killjoy utility over towards A, take some presence, and then work for mid control.
That would be the name of the game right now. Made in Thailand. They're on the back foot severely at this point. They're 4 rounds down. They need to find a way to close that gap as much as they can and as soon as possible. Because if they're a few rounds away from match point, this could get away from them really quickly. And Rambutan and co are looking for it. Nicely done. Finds that Cypher cam. That's going to be really optimal for them. They have the mid presence for DXG right now. But nothing else can be found.
There's that slow play that you mentioned. DXG don't seem to be going with the plan that I thought. That Killjoy hasn't really budged outside of A main though, so they're being careful, you know, leaving that sentinel there to make sure that they don't get flanked.
Bot coming back.
And eventually they'll go back to old reliable, the A bomb site. It's where they've had a lot of their luck, either which team. I think on the cue of that ultimate orb being popped, though, that should stunt a couple of rotations over. Why are myths so slow to respond? I don't really know. But, oh god, that is going to cost them dearly. Kuhn finds the opening frag, and my god, the A plate is open for business here, Decade.
Yeah, yes I can. It's good for 2. Nicely done. Finds super fast as well. Brings it down to a 2 versus 5. And Myth are on the back foot. Not much they'll be able to do here. Q's good for 1. And Jadeite finally finds the trade. Won't be enough to do anything though. Kuhn finishes it up and claims a 10th. Now 2 away from match point.
And the fact that they pushed to try to get Heaven as well. Beautiful flash in at the end of it from Rambutan. He's at the bottom of the scoreboard, but just like yesterday, this man is setting his team up for success. You know, he is planting the trees that his children will once be able to appreciate. You know, some fancy phrase like that if you really want to append it. But look, at the end of it, let's be real here. This was 10-5. EXG really looking incredible. They took that rifle round and didn't even look necessarily scared by what Myth just pulled out with their shotgun shenanigans first time around. Now, the second time around for the shotgun shenanigans, who's to say it's going to be nearly as successful? Myth have kind of anchored themselves in towards more aggressive positions, in particular by B main, but Nugent is here all alone. This Sova arrow needs to either be huge, or he needs to go ahead and just try to help him out with the gun itself, because this is kind of a 50-50. Myth are not setting themselves up to win right now.
Yeah, this is going to be rather painful for Myth if they're not careful about it. The spike is headed towards A, but they're going to be backing off slowly and starting to make their way towards... I mean, it was headed towards B, now it's heading towards A. And there's only one player there to respond, and that is the Omen. That Omen's going to have to come up immensely huge to make this round secure. Oh, that's going to stall things out. He should be able to find something here if he peeked, but decides against it. Ooh, the shots ring out. He knows that there's people here now, and Hughes seems to be wanting to pop his ult.
Oh god, Boomburapa needs to back up. Dude, he's the only one here. Oh, thank god the defenders are here to save the day. Killjoy ult is going to be the day of reckoning for them. Boomburapa, what is he doing? Why is he still in?
Oh,
no!
That was unfortunate, and things are heading the way of DXG, looking to put 11th round on the board, and the spike is down. A 3 versus 5 remains. Jedi is eliminated by Hughes, and now I don't know if this is worth a retake. This is going to be rough. Rambutan, good for 1 more. The is eliminated. Kill out of Kuhn, good for 1. Super fast finally finds a trade back onto Hughes, but he is in a desperate situation.
Yeah, it was fine for them to at least attempt a retake. They're basically only on pistols. This is going to be the real meat and potatoes of Valorant. More Vandals. I'm going to try to say, are they going to do anything crazy? No, they're not going to bring out an operator. That's crazy to me. DXG are in such a massive lead. The attack operator isn't like meta or anything like that, but I'm just surprised that they just feel so confident on these rifles. Their pace has been so perfect for them. They're just going to immediately set up for a BX here. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're going to be rewarded with a kill anyway, aren't you? Ready. Unfortunate. It's going to be Nugent that finds the only kill for his team in the early stages. And very quickly, we're going to be heading into the post plant where Myth are going to be on the back foot and probably not going to be able to actually even bother going for this. Big change of pace, I have to say, from DXG did.
Yeah, so far, so good for them. DXG, though, all playing in the back of sight, the very, very back. Could be... That's an interesting idea. Not sure how I feel about it, I'll be completely honest. And the spams can do a ton of damage. Yeah, there we go. Nugent able to use that to his ability. Finds one to Hughes. Now another kill comes out from Boompara. And it's now down to a 3 versus 2. Boompara comes up huge and Thee as well. And that will be a round for Myth.
Bit of a fumbled one. DXD.
Let's see,
You know,
I was questioning. I was questioning that. I was like, why are they all there?
Why'd they move out? Yeah, well, I mean, thing is, I don't even think that was a terrible idea. It's the fact that they started with it, but they didn't stick with the plan. They just bailed as soon as one person died. They're like, oh god, abort mission, get out, everybody! Like, they just kind of freaked out. It felt like very unlike what we have seen so far from them. But you know, I'm not trying to throw shade at them anyway. It was just Myth with a phenomenal retake too. Definitely questionable though. I think that word he used is pretty appropriate. TK, I'll be real. Nearly 5 ultimates I should mention too for Myth to work with. This could be already pretty sick. I want to see what they can do with it. Do they try to compound this into something similar to a comeback, or do they just, you know, try to even them or spread them out, try to the best chance of winning? I don't know. There's 2 schools of thought here. Do they burst them all to really secure this round and break the economy of DXG? Or do they go for the more long-term approach?
I think at this point they need to go for the long-term approach. They're 5 down at this point, and DXG are looking at 1 away from match point.
Oh, the breach sitting in tree room though. He avoided the drone originally. If you could press, yeah, there we are. Thee. Dude, he played this so well. He avoided it perfectly. Hell, he even has a rolling thunder. But this is kind of a one and done position that he's in. What he should do right now is not peek. Play for the rolling thunder.
Nice,
not
good.
Peek. This is huge.
Oh no. They know where he is now. He had the advantage, but he gave it away. Spike's going down. In a 4 versus 5 retake will commence. Smith are on the back foot coming into this one. This is a must-win retake, though. And they'll start to come out soon. Nicely done.
What? They didn't get any kills. They're all down in hell.
No.
There's nobody fighting. What was that? What? That was a firing range. That was an 1800s execution right there. That's phenomenal. TXG run away with it just by a flurry of gunfights as they bunker down into sight. That, Ducade, is what they're trying to pull off just a couple of rounds ago. That is what success actually looks like. Myth, they played that well, and yet it still didn't work out for them.
Yeah, DXG now 1 away from ending it all. Match point is achieved, and Myth are 6 down. This is dire straits for the side of Made in Thailand. And DXG is looking to run away with it.
Pushing out of B.
Poon, nicely done. Finds one, and yes, I can. Finds another. Jedi, good for the trade, though, but is refragged pretty quickly. Nugent coming up huge with 2. Brings it down to a 2 versus 2. And there is not much else that can be said just yet. Very slow play coming out around now. The bomb is secured for the side of Myth, and they're going to have to retake.
But is it truly so slow play? If 6 kills have been found and we haven't even crossed the minute marker, it's definitely slowed down now. You're totally right, but the change of pace was most definitely noticeable. That was so... I don't know. That was a great decision by Myth to decide to push out. Nugent was huge. He was in his smoke while he found those 2 kills, by the way. But it's as you mentioned, slowing things down considerably. Boom Burapa holds the bomb in his possession, and he will guard it with his life. Beautiful jiggle peek out, but it doesn't actually convert to a kill. Boom Burapa now needs to...
30 seconds left.
Also, his teammate can help him out. He should not be extending.
Oh, nicely done. Yes, I can. Finds one. Now it's down to 1 versus 1. This can decide the game. He gotta know he's there. Tags coming out, and nicely done. The jumping headshot is good from Boompara, and the game continues. A 7th round for Myth.
Look, complain about the classic right click as much as you want. It still doesn't make it any less sick to watch a jumping classic burst like that. It's so cheesy, but my god. It just gets me unnecessarily hyped.
Oh,
And
it
so
was
Myth,
very
they
nice.
stay alive. Dude, that was such an amazing round by Myth. From the start to the finish, their aggressive play towards B main, but then New Gen's smoke antics towards mid was really the big difference over there. But see how they aren't doing it again. They realize that, okay, that was a little bit lucky. We got away with that. It's time to go back to our slow default, rely on this crossfire that we've set up over towards Catwalk, and
Oh,
hey,
Kun.
maybe we can win a couple of fights.
Kun's gonna need to peek this corner quick. He's not gonna do it quick enough. The is good for one. Nugent's good for the other. Fog and Kun are out of the server. Now a 3 versus 5 remains. Myth looking to stay alive, looking not to drop this map, and have to make the comeback. They're slowly but surely clawing their way back, and it's a possibility. Looking to head towards B. Ramboonton says no thank you and finds one on the Thief. Now a 3 versus 4 remains. The man advantage is still firmly in the hands of Myth, but that can be turned around at a moment's notice. The flashes are good. If they can find this low player, Nugent's good for one. They're not checking the corner, but Ramboonton finds the kill. The turnaround is good. 2 versus 2 remains. Jadi's good for one. Yes, I can's good for the other. Now, yes, I can. Alone. 1 versus 2.
30 seconds
Slow
left.
right now. Ooh, is spotted out.
He knows.
He knows where these players are. He isn't able to do it. Jedi keeps the dream alive, and an 8th round is secured.
Shadai is so clutch there. He just kept on aggressing. Dude, that guy was tagged with a dart, and yet he was still like, all right, come and fight me. I'll play this headshot angle all day, baby. But New Gen as well, being able to back up, act as that second solid player, really just kind of sealed the deal. And that's exactly what I was hoping to see. Made in Thailand, really trying to make sure that they're anchoring down over towards Catwalk and reliably being able to take down those players. It's really risky, and I know it could be scary sometimes when they're in a crossfire like that, but my god, did they play that almost perfectly
Ooh.
as they could have hoped. Did you see that
This-
fake teleport over towards A?
Yeah.
It was sick.
This
Seems like
right,
They want to take A, though.
this right here is going to be interesting, though. Looking to head towards A. Spike's backing off, maybe to head towards B. 2
Wait.
players on each side.
This is a lockdown play. What I think they're going to do right now is the Killjoy is going to use lockdown while they get ready to execute over towards B. Keep in mind, look, the Killjoy hasn't budged. Oh, this is going to be insane if they actually do this.
Very slow, very quiet. Neither team. Ooh,
The
the
drone
timing.
didn't see anything.
The timing on that was just perfect.
Oh my god, this is going to be insane.
This could work out beautifully for DXG. Oh, here we go. It's getting started now. The ultimate is pumped and the rotates are coming through. This could be it. The push needs to come quickly now because the rotates from Myth will be fast, and they are starting to come back. Sova making his appearance known, and the push is a go. Kun, first one on the site, gotta find it. Nugent finds first, but the trade does come out. The refrag's good, needing to find another. Kun's eliminated, and Boomerang, Jedi, and super fast traded all straight on back. DXG Hughes, last man standing,
10
not
seconds
gonna be able to do it.
Oh,
Beautifully
my-
played from Myth, able to read it like a book.
Yeah, as soon as they realized that teleport got canceled, they realized, hey, wait a second. Where's all the players? You know, they're looking around, checking behind them. There's nobody there. DXG did a pretty solid job at selling that fake. And think about how expensive it was for a round that they didn't even win. You know? It cost 2 very big ultimates. From the shadows, maybe it's negligible. You know, it's not the greatest ultimate in the game. But that Killjoy lockdown being taken right from them for a fake that didn't even get pulled off successfully, all that has to hurt. I think for the
Mhm.
future, DXG might want to move a little bit quicker. Because I think as soon as that lockdown went through, they should try holding for about 5 seconds,
there.
then doing the teleport.
Right there.
I don't know, it just wasn't sold quite well enough. We have a bit of a pause. I'm assuming this one is tactical. I think DXG would probably do good to talk things through for a little bit. If we could take, one more quick glance at their money, Mr. Observer. Pause champ. There we are. Thank you. Okay, cool. Thank you. So it looks like they don't really have the money to afford a buy at this point. So it definitely kind of makes sense for them to call a pause now. Use this time talk about what they want to do come next rifle round.
Right there.
If they buy here, that would be a suicidal move. But what, I don't know. What do you think the play is here, again?
I'm not sure what DXG need to do in this situation because Myth, they're slowly closing the gap, which is what we've needed to see. There's a possibility of the game to tie up. Unfortunately, we don't do overtimes here. Unfortunately, I would love to see an overtime. But Myth, they're looking to tie things up. They don't want to go 2-0. If they can go 1-1, as in one tie and one loss, they'll be in much better straits than if this goes down as a loss. DXG do have the chance to turn this around in the next few rounds to finish things off. But right now, this is looking like Myth's comeback.
Definitely is. This should be, by all means, a 10th round for Made in Thailand. If they somehow lose out to Pistols, that would be just sheer absurdity. Both teams have been playing phenomenally well. A bit of a slow start after Made in Thailand. That matters so much, though. Oh, wait. No, that actually matters a decent amount. No, wait.
Nicely done!
Found that. That's huge. They're going to be pushing the site right behind it. The Rolling Thunder and everything is right on through Ducade. What can they do against this? Made in Thailand. They're about to go right on home.
This right here isn't what you want to see. Kuhn's good for one. Now in a 3 versus 5 scenario. Using that ultimate, not able to find anything with it is crucial for DXG, looking to bring it into their own hands. Spike is planted, and the retake's going to have to come out. Nugent coming up huge, finds 2, and another as well. Nugent, what are you doing? 4K to the name, looking for a 5th, not going to be able to find it just yet, and super fast will end things, keeping the dream alive, and a 10th is gained from Myth.
Oh my god, but that was an eco! They made that so close. Then, if it wasn't for him going absolutely nuclear, God knows what we could even expect. It's still at 12 rounds for DXG, but we are inching closer to that draw point. What? I think DXG, they could try that same play again. I'm just wondering if it would change any more if they have rifles in their hand. What I think the biggest killer for them is the fact that there's literally nobody looking at a main flank, and Newton was just able to walk up slowly and completely and utterly crush them. Oh wait, they're going to be doing a set play with the breach stun here. This is cool. Look for what Fog is going to do. He's fake teleporting, going over towards Wine, and then they're going to be crossfire.
Oh, they knew
Why?
it. Nice.
Why though? He ran out with his knife.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's going to have to find. Oh man, they're feeding. This isn't great.
Would you say that they're feeding?
I would say they are feeding. Now,
Nah, but with a TH, bro. Feeding.
oh my god.
Okay, man, it's
Feeding.
too late.
You're
Anyway,
bad.
yeah, you can take this away. You can take this away.
Yeah, I'm taking it back from you. You can't speak anymore. You're done for the night. Now a 3 versus 5 remains for Myth. This isn't the best situation to be in. Their backs are completely against the wall. They're 2 away from tying it up. They're so close. They don't want to lose it here, but super fast. Oh, this is what you want to see, actually. Super fast. They've closed it off. They know where this is going to be now. He's going to spot out one. Nicely done. Finds
That's
one.
a bomb!
That's what you want to see. And now they're going to be trying to corner it. And Nugent is good for one as well. 3 versus 3 now. Taken back into their hands. Nugent's good for one. Jedi's good for the other. Leaving it all alone on the breach's shoulders. 1 versus 3 to attempt, and Rambutan can't do it. Super fast eliminates him. Now 1 away from tying it all back up.
God, Made in Thailand are beasts when they want to be. Again, I really wish we could have seen this one yesterday. DXG are looking completely and utterly baffled by everything the Made in Thailand squad are bringing. This is the stuff of dreams if you are a fan of them. Such a crazy good performance.
Look at the economy for DXG.
Oh god, it's dismal, isn't it? But we saw how close they made it previously.
They made it close previously, but this right here is for the game. This ties it up. This is the difference in between a loss and a tie and a win. This is not the position you want to be in if you're DXG. You want this second win. You don't want to lose this team. And things have started out. DXG rushing onto the point. Shots coming out from Kuhn. Finds the first. New egg. Oh, man. It's all over. Super fast. Gets 3. And now Kuhn, last man standing in a 1 versus 4. 4 is out of the game, and that is 12-12, tied up. Myth with the comeback.
Oh my god, this is why you always wish you can see overtime.
Man.
Christ, that was such a sick game. Made in Thailand are honestly incredibly impressive
That
when they
was,
want
that
to
was
be.
very nice. I thought it was over in the first half. I'll be completely honest. I was like, okay, the scoreline's gone pretty far apart. I think DXG are just going to take this away. Got to 12. I was like, all right, there's no way. No way. No way Myth's going to tie this up from their scoreline. It was like 6-12 or something like that. And then they just tie it all together. And it's just like, Lord, nicely done. Myth, that was beautiful.
I mean, on paper, I can't believe that DXG actually gave that one up, man.
On paper, it
Like,
should
in
have been
what
over.
world?
It should have been over 6 rounds ago.
Crazy.
But Myth say no thank you, and they took it in their stride. And we're like, we're not having another loss. We're taking this tie. We're taking it now. It's not over. We're just getting started in this tournament. We're going to start to show our stuff now.
What a time to come alive as well. DXG having some phenomenal plays as well. Don't get me wrong. It's still a draw, you know, tied right down the middle here. I'm not sure if we have our standings just yet, but we'll be looking at those very, very soon to see how these teams are doing after the conclusion of day number 2. Again, just in case you have joined, we actually do not have another game after this because unfortunately Team NXL have forfeited their match against SMG, which really sucks, you know.
I know, because I'm so hyped right now. I'm feeling really good right now. I wanted to see that map. I was like, man, that if we had that, I'd be going real good right now. But unfortunately, that will be our last match. We're currently waiting on the standings to update. Once we have those, we'll be giving to you. We'll be giving you to that really quickly. But I say we have just a few minutes in between now and then.
Yeah, it's not going to be too long. Curious on who you thought the MVP for the night was, actually.
I have no idea. I'll be completely
surprised
honest.
you the most. You have no idea?
Honestly, no. No idea.
Nah, I don't blame you.
Here we go.
Let's look at these standings real quick. Oh, there we are.
There we go. Yes, I can. He looked absolutely fantastic during that game, actually. Really nicely done. SMG now at the top of the leaderboard with 2 wins. DivsionX Gaming not able to join them there with 2 wins. Gets a tie right down the middle in that last game. Team Shift also tying tonight. Or did they tie tonight or night before? Night before. And now that was close. Why is Myth being counted that as a loss? That was a tie. Might not be correct.
Oh yeah, kind of reminds me of what happened yesterday. But we'll have that all corrected by tomorrow. Thank you for the look at the standings again. We just have to go ahead and switch up DivsionX Gaming and Myth their spots. But
yep.
You know, I mean, overall, lots to be proud of here. I think both teams, both Myth and DivsionX Gaming, had a lot to offer, and that map delivered just as much as I hoped. See, this is like the only bad part about not having OT. It's to ensure games don't go on too long. But man, can you imagine? Those teams were looking insane.
Oh man, it would have been so nice to see it.
I don't even know who I could have expected to win it all. You know,
honestly, with the momentum that Myth had there right at the end, I think Myth would have taken it if that went to OT.
I don't blame you for it. Anything can happen. But I think it's just about time for us to close things out here. Dugade, would you like to do the honors?
Yes, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Once again, I have been Dugade, and of course, with me has been Ito. I will be back for the next day of matches. Unfortunately, this is Ito's last day, and he won't be joining me, which is very sad. I wish he would stay, but he won't. Unfortunately, I don't know why he's doing that.
Tough schedule, homie. Tough schedule.
Yeah, tough schedule. Anyways, that's it for us tonight. I hope you guys have a good one and enjoy yourselves.
ถึงเวลาเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่อนาคตที่คุณกำหนดได้
อนาคตที่ทลายทุกกำแพงการเชื่อมต่อเติมเต็มทุกประสบการณ์
และอนาคตจะไม่ใช่แค่วันพรุ่งนี้อีกต่อไป
ถึงเวลากำหนดอนาคตของคุณเอง
กับ AS 5G ที่ 1 ตัวจริง
เพื่อคนไทยทุกคน The future is yours
JBL presents JBL Quantum, the ultimate gaming headsets. JBL Quantum, sound is survival.
AIS Fiber เน็ตบ้านคุณภาพการันตีด้วยรางวัลระดับโลกเร็วแรงที่สุดในไทย อัปเกรดความคิดสร้างสรรค์ อัปเกรดความบันเทิง ปรับสปีดได้ตามใจ อัปเกรดชีวิตให้เร็วกว่าดีกว่าง่ายกว่า